Dear shareholders, good morning and warm welcome to you all to 74th Annual General Meeting of Exide Industries Limited through video conferencing or other audio-visual facility. As a reminder, for the smooth conduct of the meeting, the members will be in mute mode and audio and video will be opened when they will speak at the AGM as per the pre-registration. I now hand over the proceedings to Mr. Bharat Dheerajlal Shah, Chairman of Exide Industries Limited.
Dear members, good morning, good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of the Board of Directors of your company, I am delighted to welcome you all to the 74th Annual General Meeting of your company. Being the second year of COVID-19 pandemic, social distancing continues to be a norm and hence pursuant to the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the AGM is being held through video conferencing or other AV, audio-visual means. As we gather today, new hopes are being rekindled as the economy recovers from the depths of the second wave. I am sure it will take a considerable amount of time to heal the scars inflicted on the economy and society by the successive waves of the pandemic. Last few months have caused unimaginable grief for many who have lost their family members, close friends and colleagues. In their memory, may I request you all to observe a minute of silence as we pray for their eternal peace. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in case I face any network issues, because of which I am not able to connect with you properly during the proceedings of today's meeting, Mr. Surin Kapadia, Independent Director and Chairman of the Audit and NRC, will preside over the meeting in my absence. This being a virtual AGM, participation of members through video conference is being reckoned for the purpose of a quorum as per the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013. I hereby confirm the presence of the requisite quorum to conduct the proceedings of this meeting. I would now request my colleagues on the board attending this meeting through video conference facility to introduce themselves. Mr. Sudhir Chand.
I am an independent director in Exide Industries Limited. I am attending this meeting from my residence in Kolkata.
Thank you, Sudhir. Ms. Mona Desai.
Good morning. I am Mona Desai. I am attending this meeting from Mumbai. I am an independent director.
Mr. Surin Kapadia.
Good morning. I am attending this meeting from my residence in Mumbai. I am an independent director of the company.
Surin is also the chairman of the audit committee and the nomination and remuneration committee. Mr. Subir Chakravarti.
Good morning. I am Subir Chakravarti, Managing Director and CEO, attending this meeting from my office in Kolkata.
Thank you, Subir. Mr. Ashish Kumar Mukherjee.
Good morning. I am A.K. Mukherjee. I am Director of Finance and CFO of the company. I am participating in the meeting through video conference from Kolkata.
Thank you, A.K. Mr. Arun Mittal.
Good morning. I am Arun Mittal. I am Director Automotive. I am attending this meeting from my office in Kolkata. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun. Mr. Avik Roy.
Good morning. My name is Avik Roy. I am Director Industrial. I am attending this meeting from Exide House, Kolkata. Thank you.
Thank you, Avik. Mr. Jitendra Kumar.
Good morning. I am Company Secretary and President Legal and Corporate Affairs of your company. I am attending this meeting from my office in Kolkata.
Thank you all. Thank you, Jitendra. Ladies and gentlemen, Since my last communication to you during previous year's AGM, Mr. Naushir Mirza has retired from the board as an independent director after completion of his tenure. Mr. Gautam Nandi has also retired this year as the MD and CEO after completion of his tenure. On behalf of the board of directors and on your behalf, I place on record our appreciation for the exemplary services that they have rendered during their tenure. Mr. R.B. Raheja, Vice Chairman of the company, could not attend the meeting due to his pressing prior engagement commitments. I would also like to inform you of the presence of the statutory auditors BSR and Company LLP Chartered Accountants, Secretarial Auditor AK Lab from AK Lab and Company, Company Secretaries and Cost Auditors, Money and Company Cost Accountant who are present at this meeting. I now request Jitendra Kumar, Company Secretary, to provide general instructions to the members regarding participation in this meeting. Jitendra, over to you.
Thank you, Chairman, and good morning to all present at the 74th Annual General Meeting of Exide Industries Limited. The Register of Directors and KMP, the Register of Contracts or Arrangements, and other documents mentioned in the notice are available for inspection electronically during the AGM. Any members interested in inspecting the register can send a request at cosec@exide.co.in. Since the facility for appointment of proxies by the members is not applicable and hence the proxy register for inspection is not available. The remote e-voting facility for casting vote on all the resolutions set out in the notice was open for a period of 4 days beginning Friday 27th August 2021 from 9 am and ended on Monday 30th August 2021 at 5 pm. During this period, all members of the company holding shares either in physical form or in demat form as on the cutoff date, that is Tuesday 24th August 2021, had the opportunity to cast their vote electronically. Members who have not cast their votes yet electronically and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes during the meeting through the e-voting system provided by NSDL. Members can click on the e-voting tab on the screen at the top left to avail this feature. Members may please note that there will be no voting by show of hands. Members are requested to refer to the instruction provided in the notice or click on the FAQ tab for instructions for a seamless participation through video conference. In case members face any difficulty, they may reach out on the helpline numbers as provided in the notice. The company has received several requests from the members to register them as speaker at the meeting. The floor will be open to the speaker shareholders to ask questions or express their views. The session will be facilitated once the chairman opens the floor for questions and answers. The members are requested to keep their questions brief and specific. To avoid repetition, the answer to all the questions will be provided by the chairman, MD and other board members towards the end. Members may also note that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members asking questions depending upon the availability of time. Thank you, and over to you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you, Jitendra. Dear members, let me begin my address by expressing our deepest gratitude to all the doctors and healthcare professionals across the country for the extraordinary fortitude displayed in serving humanity during these trying times. Unprecedented efforts were witnessed as the country rallied together to provide crucial support in augmenting oxygen supplies, ramping up healthcare infrastructure, and extending relief to the vulnerable. My appeal to all of you is to ensure that you and your families are fully vaccinated and continue to follow the government advisories on the precautions that need to be taken to prevent the possibility of other waves of infection. Your company has undertaken various steps to deal with COVID-19 situation and responded with the utmost agility to minimize the impact on its stakeholders. Business continuity and preparedness has been ensured during the lockdown through various steps, including work from home for our employees located at our various offices across the country. I am addressing you at a time when the second wave of the pandemic has added yet another layer of complexity to an already challenging business environment with falling global GDP growth rates. Now that the world is slowly coming to terms with this unprecedented crisis, it is time for us to adjust to the new normal and reorient ourselves accordingly. The world is redefining a new future where normal is transient and the next horizon is ever evolving, shaped by constant breakthroughs in technology and innovation, escalating sustainability concerns as well as geopolitical realignments. Before I speak to you about the performance of your company, let me briefly highlight the economic scenario in which your company is operating. Global prospects remain highly uncertain 1 year into the pandemic. New virus mutations and the accumulating human toil raise concerns, even as growing vaccine coverage lifts sentiment. Economic recoveries are diverging across countries and sectors, reflecting variations in pandemic-induced disruptions and the extent of policy support. The outlook depends not just on the outcome of the battle between the virus and the vaccines. It also hinges on effective economic policies deployed under highly uncertainty can limit lasting damage from this unprecedented crisis. Developed countries are projected to grow by 5% in 2021, a full percentage point faster than previously expected. Whereas developing countries in 2021, the growth forecast has been lifted by 0.4% to 6.1%. According to the World Bank, the current global recovery is said to be faster than any of the previous recoveries from a worldwide recession since the end of the World War II. However, beneath these positive headline numbers, a more worrisome picture emerges. For one, the projected high growth rates are to a large extent the result of the base effects and do not necessarily signal a sustained upturn in economic activity. Countries around the world suffered severe output contractions last year, especially in the last quarter ended June 2021, when their lockdown measures were in full force. The challenge for countries emerging from the crisis will be to sustain a strong growth momentum in the coming years. India is not yet out of the shadow of the pandemic, whose resurgence from last October 2021 has raised serious concerns about the economy's recovery. The first wave of COVID-19 ravaged the Indian economy, but the shock was absorbed to a great extent due to the various policy initiatives and relief measures announced by the government and the RBI. Astute management of the lockdown and subsequent unlocking along with strengthened health infrastructure helped not only in saving lives, but also protected the livelihoods and businesses. During the second wave in India, the localized lockdowns and restrictions once again posed challenges. Data on jobs, incomes, household income, consumer sentiment, and demand show that the second wave has had an adverse effect on India's economy, especially on smaller businesses. Even rural areas that were a saving grace during the first wave have been affected, which in turn has affected the supply of manpower and labor. The recovery over the last few months is encouraging, though the possibility of subsequent waves creates near-term uncertainties. Your company will constantly monitor and proactively address these dynamic changes with agility. Ladies and gentlemen, your company looks to the future with optimism by drawing enormous strength from the strategy reset, as also from the lessons learned in the past few months. Lessons of confronting challenges in uncertain times, of pursuing innovations with limited resources, of seeking new avenues to keep operations running in constrained circumstances, of forging new collaborations in trying times and bouncing back with agility. These experiences will be invaluable as we move purposefully in our journey to shape a strong stronger and exemplary institution of national pride. Let me very briefly tell you about the performance of the company. For the year ended 31st March 2021, your company recorded a net turnover of 10,041 crores as compared to 9,857 crores in the previous year. The profit after tax was 758 crores in the year ended 31st March 2021 compared to the PAT of 826 crores in the previous year. For the quarter ended June 30th, 2021, your company recorded a turnover of 2,487 crores as compared to 1,547 crores recorded during the quarter ended June 30th, 2020, registering a growth of 61% PBT. PBT and PAT for the quarter ended June 31st were 163 and 125 crores respectively, against PBT and PAT of 62 and 43 crores in the previous quarter ended June 30th, 2020. On behalf of the board, I would like to express our deepest appreciation for Team Exide and our partners for the tremendous effort in braving the new normal amidst every adversity. I would also like to express our sincere thanks to the Government of India and all state governments for their swift and timely intervention by way of providing policy support and undertaking various initiatives to navigate our economy in these turbulent times. I now request Mr. Subir Chakravarti, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of your company, to address you, highlighting the performance of the overall auto industry and operational performance of your company during the full year 2021. Over to you, Mr.
Thank you, Chairman. It is my privilege to welcome you all to the 74th Annual General Meeting of the company. I am extremely thankful and express my gratitude to the shareholders for sparing their invaluable time participating in this meeting. Since I am addressing this AGM for the first time as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company, I am assuring you that I will make all efforts to take forward the legacy and vision enshrined by my predecessors. I am sure that with the continued support and cooperation of all stakeholders, we will together achieve the greater journey of success towards long-term value creation. Company performance. As the pandemic fundamentally altered lives and livelihoods, it posed serious threats to economic growth and business sustainability. Globally, the automotive industry had run into some hurdles even before the COVID-19 pandemic struck in the last quarter of financial year 2019-20. During the year under review, countrywide lockdowns and plummeting automobile sales wreaked havoc on the already weak automotive sector. Original equipment manufacturers or OEMs and auto part manufacturers are still trying to reach optimum manufacturing capacities. Massive disruptions to supply chains, depressed demand, laggard sales and continuous delays in new launches affected the sector further. Moreover, stricter CO2 emission requirements and increased investment in emerging technologies continue to weigh heavily on the auto sector. With the resumption of economic activity and gradual unlocking of the economy, sales of vehicles began showing a month-on-month improvement since the second quarter of financial year 2021. With the prevailing structural slowdown in the industry, combined with the impact of COVID-19, the auto industry registered domestic sales of 27.11 lakh passenger vehicles during the financial year 2021, recording a degrowth of 2.2% over previous year. Almost every vehicles like two-wheeler, three-wheeler, commercial vehicle exports have registered decline in sales over the previous year 2019-20. At Exide, our diversified and talented group of employees came together to deliver unmatched service and rise above challenges during the pandemic period. While the first quarter was almost a washout, recovery started from the second quarter onwards. We harmonized our operations, accelerated our digital and marketing, and got closer to our customers than ever before. We focused on expanding our distributor base, introducing new products and technologies, and invested in activities to strengthen the brand. Our robust distribution network, growing sales offices, and strategically located factories are key drivers of our growth in the export market. This extraordinary effort, showing sheer resilience to turn around the performance in the remaining 3 quarters of the fiscal by the team, resulted in clocking higher sales as compared to full year's performance recorded in the previous year 1920. This reflects the dedication and sheer professionalism that our team has demonstrated in the face of adversity. Your company continues to retain its position of being a market leader in the lead-acid battery business for decades now, both in automotive and industrial sectors. In spite of the continued deceleration in the automotive sector and severe COVID-19-led disruption caused to the economy during the year under review, your company recorded a turnover of 10,041 crores during the year with a PBT of 1,018 crores and a PAT of rupees 758 crores. Dear shareholders, this pandemic is still continuing and the possibility of future COVID-19 waves cannot be ruled out. The uncertainty in the value chain owing to semiconductors, lockdowns and raw materials remains a concern during the current financial year. Any disruption in operations because of these events may create cash flow concerns and may pose a threat to the survival of some of the value chain partners. In financial year 2021, the company provided such cash flow support to its supplier and dealer partners who were in distress and looking for support from Exide. The rapidly changing regulatory and technological landscape is further adding to the uncertainty, which makes maintaining cash reserves a more prudent choice. Performance of Auto Sbu. The measures taken by the Government of India and RBI helped the economy recover from a big contraction in Q1 of financial year 2021, which resulted in a positive growth in the second half of the year. The demand for automotive sector also followed the path of economic recovery. It was mainly driven by the pent-up demand, increasing customer preference towards personal mobility and a strong demand from non-urban markets. During the year under review, your company managed to maintain its high across almost all leading vehicle OE manufacturers despite a distinct slowdown in this sector. Several new models launched by Suzuki Motors, Tata Motors, Nissan, etc. were launched in the market with only Exide. We proactively stayed in touch with our customers and our dealers during the pandemic period. We also digitalized our engagement platforms for channel partners and introduced customized applications and portals to provide a one-stop solution for every business engagement. Our signature Exide Batmobile doorstep service was further scaled up during the year to enhance customer experiences available for all battery-related issues faced by passenger car customers. This facility was extended to the customers of inverter batteries and home UPS as well during the year. Performance of Industrial SBU. Financial year 2021 was a mixed year for the industrial division of your company, with demand picking up sharply after the lockdown in some selected segments. As a strategic partner to the leading companies, the industrial division reported stronger performance in the second half of financial year 2021, overcoming the hurdles posed by the COVID-19 pandemic in the first half of the year. It reported a record performance for the full year and matched its pre-COVID performance of financial year 1920. The UPS business continues to be the largest business vertical of the industrial division. Increased demand for UPS, driven mainly by rise in makeshift home offices and data centers, resulted in recording strong double-digit growth over last year. With continuous product and process upgradation, duly backed by a strong sales and service network across India, UPS business has become the growth engine of the industrial division, and we expect decent growth in this business vertical during the current fiscal year as well. Despite several shutdowns and merger announcements by mobile telephony operators and tower infrastructure companies, the telecom business vertical performed considerably well by registering a double-digit growth over the previous year. The performance of solar division was at par as recorded during previous year. Infrastructure, power and projects division started the year with almost nil business in the first 2 months, but bounced back to end the year with a marginal growth over the previous financial year 1920. In one of the significant achievements of the industrial division of your company, during the year, we successfully deployed first of its kind a 315 kilowatt-hour community ESS in Kolkata in partnership with CESC, the city's generation and distribution utility. Offering support to the electricity grid infrastructure, the BESS model creates more resilient energy systems that initiate cost savings for utility companies and consumers. New initiatives and focus areas. Dear shareholders, your company is focused on going beyond conventional expectations, driven by our spirit of pushing the boundaries of in pursuit of expanding our capabilities. We have undergone a complete digital transformation across verticals, processes, and operations. Digital transformation of the entire sales and service network, coupled with data and analytics-based approach to leveraging market opportunities, has started paying dividends in terms of quicker response to consumer needs. With its multi-brand strategy straddling different price-value segments and a digitally enabled sales and service ecosystem, your company is fully prepared to tackle the threats arising out of competition. Over the decades, Exide has overcome several challenges to build a sustainable company. Introduction of new technologies, new products, new manufacturing processes, as well as upgradation of the existing range is a continuous activity in your company. Your company continues to enjoy unflinching support from its global technology collaborators spread over the last 25 years. These strategic collaborations have enabled your company to introduce new and innovative products that form the building blocks for an exciting future. Alternate technology. As the Make in India narrative for lithium-ion batteries takes flight, your company, through its subsidiary company Exide Energy Private Limited, with its brand name NextCharge, is acting as a critical and key catalyst to the EV revolution in India. With falling battery prices and new markets emerging, such as electric vehicles and energy storage systems, lithium battery is gaining major acceptance in the industry. NextCharge, with its latest technology, offers energy solutions that are scalable as well as eco-friendly. With state-of-the-art products, assembly line with a 1.5 gigawatt-hour and end-to-end solutions offered by lithium-ion batteries, including NMC, LFP, and LTO, NextCharge is ready to focus on growing opportunities in the transportation industry and utility sectors. As more reforms and regulations shape the future of energy transition lithium-ion batteries, the production capacity as well as the quality of solutions offered by NextCharge will position itself as a leading player in this space. Your company is also seriously exploring the option of venturing into Advanced Cell Chemistry Project, or ACC for short, and is evaluating the possibility of participating in the PLI program of Government of India. Corporate social responsibility. Owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, your company shifted the focus of its CSR initiatives to various health-related projects for supporting COVID-19 relief services and spent 77% of its total CSR budget for these medical projects. During the year under review, your company collaborated with NGOs and government agencies to strengthen the nation's fight against COVID-19. Through our flagship Aabhar campaign, a special drive for distribution of nutrition and health kits was undertaken in collaboration with our NGO partner organization, Yuva Unstoppable. Through this pandemic relief initiative, we distributed essential nutrition, hygiene, and immunity booster kits to the school students and their families across 55 schools adopted by the company. Dear members, the protection of environment is one of the prime focus areas of your company to ensure an equitable and hospitable future. Keeping sustainability at the core of our operations, we will continue with our effort to ensure value creation for all stakeholders. Through our constant emphasis on upholding our ESG objectives, we strive to protect our natural resources and create a safe, fair, and inclusive environment. We will continue to work with fortitude towards our targets with our core value system firmly in place and pursuing a larger agenda of a greener, peaceful, and economically stable society. Future outlook. Ladies and gentlemen, the resurgence of the second COVID wave 19 in India this year has dented but not debilitated its economic activity so far. Although still extremely tentative, the overall assessment is that the loss of momentum is not as severe as it was a year ago. Your company during the quarter ended June 2021 has registered an impressive growth in turnover of 61%, with PAT increasing by 185% as compared to corresponding quarter of last year. The recovery over the last couple of months is encouraging, though the possibility of subsequent waves creates near-term uncertainties. Your company will constantly monitor and proactively address these dynamic changes with agility. Manufacturing operations are far better geared up this time as compared to last year, leveraging the experience of the first wave. Strengthening effort through vaccination drive, creating provision of in-house oxygen generators, adequate stock coverage of materials, etc. are some of the major initiatives taken by the management to mitigate the risks arising out of pandemic on manufacturing operations. Hybrid work is here to stay, requiring organizations and their people to find new ways to come together, collaborate, and deliver seamlessly. The performance in the next 3 quarters largely depends on how effectively all our citizens follow the government's advice to get vaccinated and observe safety protocols. If we can avert the third wave or substantially reduce its effect, activities can improve significantly over what was achieved last year. To ensure the well-being of your company's human resources, we have vaccinated more than 93% of all our employees and workers who are directly or indirectly associated with Exide with at least 1 dose. We are also extending this assistance to our partners and communities in the ecosystem. We strongly believe that the victory over COVID-19 can effectively be achieved by all of us working together and following the advice given by the government and other experts. To finally summarize, I firmly believe that the inherent strengths and the fundamentals of our business remain unaltered, and I seek your continued support as the company recommits itself to embark on this journey of growth and long-term value creation for its stakeholders. I would like to wish you all a safe time during this pandemic. As we move into the future, I gather strength from the commitment being shown by all our employees towards diligent execution of the organization's vision and strategy. Your company has experienced various cycles in its long history, and each time we have come out of it stronger and more resilient than before. On behalf of the board, I would like to once again express our deepest appreciation for Team Exide and our partners for their tremendous efforts in braving the new normal amidst every adversity. On behalf of the board, I would also like to thank our valued shareholders for your continued support and goodwill. Let me take this opportunity to wish you and your families the very best for a safer and a healthier tomorrow. I would also urge you to continue following all precautions, be it proper usage of masks, safe distancing, or other hygiene protocols. These are steps that we can and must take to contribute to this fight against the pandemic. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and back to you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you. Dear members, the notice of the 74th AGM, Profit and Loss Account as on 31st March 2021, Cash Flow Statement, Statement of Changes in Equity and the Balance Sheet as at date, along with the consolidated financial statements prepared in accordance with the Indian Standard Accounting Standards, together with the Auditor's Report, Secretarial Audit Report, and the Director's Report, form a part of the annual report. Since they were emailed to members in accordance with the MCA and SEBI regulation circular, with your permission, I take the notice convening the meeting and the reports as read. We now take up the resolution as set forth in the notice. We will open the floor for questions by members after all the resolutions are addressed. Resolution 1 seeks approval of members to adopt audited standalone and consolidated financials as on 31st March 2021, together with reports of directors and auditors thereon. Resolution 2 seeks confirmation of members for the payment of interim dividend at 200%, that is rupees 2 per equity share for the financial year 2020-21. Resolution number 3 seeks approval of members to reappoint Mr. Ashish Kumar Mukherjee, as a director of the company who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Resolution number 4 seeks approval of members to appoint Mr. Subir Chakraborty as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company. Resolution number 5 seeks approval of members to appoint Mr. Avik Roy as a whole-time director designated as Director Industrial of the company. Resolution number 6 seeks approval of members towards revision of remuneration of Mr. Arun Mittal, Director Automotive of the company. Resolution number 7 seeks approval of members to ratify the remuneration of Rs 9 lakhs plus out-of-pocket expenses and applicable taxes payable to the cost auditor Mrs. Bunny and Company for the year ending 31st March 2022. Dear members, the icon for e-voting is available at the top of the screen, which will redirect you on a separate window to the e-voting portal of NSDL. The e-voting facility is active now and will be closed after 15 minutes from the closure of this meeting. I now invite speaker shareholders to raise their queries. I would request the shareholders to avoid repetitive questions in the interest of time and to have a meaningful discussion. The questions should relate to the agenda items. Management will attempt to answer all the questions to which response is available in the public domain and shall avoid commenting on any information which may be price sensitive in nature. Can I request Amanya or Jitendra to call up the names of the shareholders?
Thank you. We now begin the question and answer session. Our first question is the audio question from Manoj Gupta.
Hello.
Please go ahead with the question.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Hello.
Go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Good morning, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Gupta. I am equity shareholder of Exide Industries Limited. So first of all, I thanks to you, your team, for good result during this epidemic COVID-19. And sir, I welcome the new CEO and MD of our company, and I believe that he will take the company on new heights under his leadership in coming time. And sir, hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello.
Sir. Yes, sir, we can hear you.
I thank to the company secretary, his team, especially Atri madam, that who has helped us and inspired us to join this meeting through Rishi. And I thanks to you for the dividend of 100%, 200% as an interim, but not final. But during the epidemic COVID, we have declared that dividend is a good sign that we have maintained the dividend culture. I will not say a single word about the CSR. You have done a good job under the CSR. I thank you, Director of Finance, Mr. Mukherjee, who takes care of the investors at every time. And sir, just some questions I've already covered by our new CEO and MD in his opening remarks. This is the first time that we have allowed the MD to speak after your speech. Earlier, we have requested you to allow MD, but this is a good sign that
ask the MD to present his views in the market. Why our share price is under pressure and why share prices is not returning to the investors. Share price should be more than 1,000 rupees as per the market demand and company's growth, and after see the performance. And sir, how you will reward to the investors on the eve of 75th year? This is your 74th. So how you will celebrate the Platinum Jubilee next year? And what's your plan in your mind to reward to the shareholders? And sir, plan for Exide Life. What is your plan for Exide Life, sir? Have you any plan to list that Exide Life Insurance in the market? Nothing to say more. I pray Almighty God for your healthy, all of you, for all of the directors for a healthy and prosperous, safe, long life. This is the second meeting with you in a week, sir. Thank you, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you. Mr. Kumar, you're on mute, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
So, thank you, Manojji. Thank you for your questions. And Manoj is a very, very old shareholder of the company, running into, I think, 2 or 3 decades. So, we have noted your questions, and answer to all these questions of the speaker shareholders will be given by our MD and CEO towards meeting. So, I request Aman to go with the other questions and call the speaker shareholders one by one.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Dr. Arun Bopana.
Yeah, I am online.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Hello? Thank you. 1 second. Good morning to everybody. My maiden attendance at Exide AGM. Thanks to Jitendra Kumar, Seema Bajaj, Atre Mukherjee, Sudha Lakotia, Chorus team Aman, Udita and team and other individual friends for enabling this seamless VC. Exide is synonymous with car batteries and looks older than history. I am a customer for the past 50 years, I think. Exide efforts turned magical with all-round success and empowerment in car battery space and other spaces. My question, sir, the new products, lithium, hydrogen cell tech, etc., and other geographies we must tap for markets to fall in our lap, Exide actions. Economy is in a gigantic mess, robbing millions of their livelihoods, huge unemployment. How will you increase the jobs to fulfill 65 crore young Indian dream? Because mostly they are agriculture based and Exide actions. The actual world has changed and is very different from what we see on the internet and on the news channels. Will Exide press the button on innovation reliability? What is the R&D budget? How much did you adopt to the digital world? How much did you invest in automation during the pandemic? What was the capex? Automotive industry continues to evolve with complex digital cockpits, increasing demand for EV, for driving assistance and autonomy, and to go net carbon zero ahead of the target set by energy majors across the world. What are Exide plans? Can we ask for any rights issue? Are they in your sights? Ironically, 80% of the world's trade now flows through countries with declining political stability. Are we ensuring enough for the volatilities, rebalancing value chains? Inflation is hurting the economy to recover. High fuel taxes given government's own fragile fiscal situation. Supply chains have pushed the boundaries of distance and efficiency in chaotic politics and digital economy. Exide comments. Lastly, sir, science has always gathered knowledge faster. Society gathers wisdom much later. By incorporating a sense of national pride, projects of national integration, Exide, I'm sure, can deal with ease, precision, and finesse to make a mark in the next decade and probably the next century too. In conclusion, we may not see a drastic change immediately. We surely can change, a hope of change. All the best to Exide, and Bharatbhai, Kevcho, all the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Jaydeep Bakshi. Please proceed with the question.
Good morning, Chairman. Am I audible?
Yes.
Good morning, Chairman, Managing Director and CFO. Myself, Jaydeep Bakshi, connecting from the city of Kolkata. Thanks to our Company Secretary, Mr. Jitendra Kumar, who has always maintained a contact with the shareholders, and also to Aitri Madam for clearing our doubts whenever we reach to her, and onto the entire Secretarial Department for making this video conference a smooth one. So, well presented annual report. The virus has thrown unforeseen challenges across the globe. The endeavor shown by all concerned to overcome these difficulties and provide a strong performance by creating new realities. So we are the largest storage battery company for automotive and industrial, and in this unpredictable nature of business, in present scenario, highlight on our export market and also feedback on the US market penetration. So is there any partnership with any major automotive OEMs for the new launches? So what is regarding the progress of the first grid connection lithium ion based energy storage system collaborated with Tata Power? Because lithium ion are required for the clean energy. What is the status? And as you have mentioned in your speech, the setup of the Kolkata first 315 kilowatt hours lead acid technology based with CSC, the electric storage system. Kindly highlight. So demand for the two-wheelers are on the rise. So what is the business percentage generated and rise for replacement batteries? So we are reaching out to end customers during a lockdown is a great initiative. So in the page 21, there have been 972 housing societies where we have free batteries check-up in after sale. Can we know the region where it has been covered? So what has been the effect of the the supply of raw material and finished goods of our, and the inventory position planning to counter the future wave if the disruptions occurs in the near future. So kindly highlight on the implementation of Industry 4.0 at Honshu plant and any further plans to implement in this with latest technology in other plants. So our R&D achievements have been great and bringing out new development technologies. So also kindly highlight on the carbon neutrality target and water management and waste management and buyback of the used batteries. Our return to the society has been great and women empowerment under the different projects is also a good initiative. So he has a full faith in the management and I hope with your endeavor will place our company to new heights and will be truly captioned in the annual report as the leading the charge. So I have one more request. We are having the 75th annual report in the next year, and we are also going to organize our this 75th Independence Day. Can we have the same thing on our product, and this can be a awareness among the nation's citizens, and also to reward the shareholders in the coming 75th years. Thank you, sir. Thank you, and all stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next speaker shareholder is Praful Chavda. Please unmute your line and proceed with the question. So you'll have to unmute your audio, sir, and your video as well. Mr. Chavda, we can see your audio is unmuted. Please turn on the video and proceed with the question. Yes, sir. Please proceed, sir. Sorry, Mr. Chavda, can't hear you, sir. Sir, you're muted, sir, from your side. Please unmute your line. So, in the meanwhile, while we check the connection from Mr. Chavda, we will proceed with our next speaker shareholder, which is Bimal Sarkar. Please proceed with the question, Bimal.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Good.
Sir, we can see and hear you.
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, अन्य पदाधिकारीवृंद और कंपनी सेक्रेटरी जितेंद्र कुमार और अन्य डायरेक्टर्स और शेयर होल्डर्स। सर, पहले मैं जितेंद्र कुमार को मैंने धन्यवाद देता हूं, इसलिए जो उन्होंने मोबाइल टेलीफोन हम लोगों को सारे पता किया है एवं हमारा फैमिली का मेंबर कैसे है इतना तक उन्होंने हमारे साथ रिलेशन रखते हैं, इसलिए और हम आत्री मैडम को तो मैं धन्यवाद देना ही पड़ेगा। वो हमेशा हम लोगों से कांटेक्ट रखता है एवं सारे चीज के लिए हम लोगों को हेल्प करते हैं। सर, मैं तो दोबारा कुछ बोल के जो है उसको रिपीट नहीं करूंगा। सर देखिए, जो एनुअल रिपोर्ट को आप सेंड करते हैं ना, किया है ना, ये बहुत अच्छी है। ये हमारा एनुअल रिपोर्ट हार्ड कॉपी आप लोगों को भेजा है, मतलब बहुत कंपनी का हम लोग बोलते हैं, मतलब आज तक किसी ने भेजा नहीं है, मतलब एकमात्र हमारा एक्साइड इंडस्ट्रीज ये हार्ड कॉपी भेज दिया जो स्पीकर लोगों के लिए। थैंक यू टोटल मैनेजमेंट को एंड सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को। सर, रेवेन्यू पिछले साल से इस बार इंक्रीज हुआ है, बहुत अच्छा है। यही पेंडेमिक चैलेंजिंग ईयर में हमारा कंपनी जो ऑपरेशन रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन इंक्रीज हुआ है। और सर देखिए, डिविडेंड इंटरिम डिविडेंड 200% दे रहा है, बहुत अच्छी है। फाइनल डिविडेंड अभी तक डिक्लेयर नहीं हुई, वो ठीक है। सर, CSR कमेटी एज पर आवर रूल्स 20.91 करोड़ हम लोग को ऑब्लिगेशन थे, मतलब हम लोग हमारा कंपनी खर्चा किया है उससे भी ज्यादा। और हमारा कंपनी CSR कमेटी जिस तरीके से जो किया है, हम लोग जो स्पेंड किया है, इसके लिए अप्रिशिएट तो करना ही पड़ेगी। और हमारा भी एक रोल था, एक पैंडेमिक सिचुएशन कोविड-19 में हमारा कंपनी का भी एक रोल थी, ये बहुत अच्छी है। सर, एक रिक्वेस्ट मैं करूंगा, सर आज देखिए रात को हम लोग आराम से सो जाते हैं, घर पे सारे काम धंधा दिन भर करते हैं, मतलब इसको कौन देखभाल करते हैं? हमारा जवान लोग कितना देखिए कष्ट करके हम लोगों को बॉर्डर में ड्यूटी करते हैं हम लोगों को रक्षा करने के लिए। मैं एक चीज ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सर, हमारा CSR थ्रू CSR जो इन लोगों को जो विडो होता है, जो हमारा सैनिक देहांत हो गया है जब वार में, तो उन लोगों को फैमिली के लिए थ्रू CSR कुछ हेल्प किया जाए तो ये अच्छा रहेगा। देख लीजिएगा एक बार आप लोग। सर एक चीज मैं जानना चाहता हूँ, कंपनी का जो जितना एम्प्लॉय है सारे सब लोगों को वैक्सीनेशन कंप्लीट हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है, फर्स्ट डोज और सेकंड डोज? जो क्यों मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ, इसलिए जो कंपनी का जितना एम्प्लॉय है ये है पिलर ऑफ द कंपनी। सो हम ये जानना चाहता है जो वैक्सीनेशन कंप्लीट हुआ है कि नहीं है। और देखिए कोविड-19 में हमारे कंपनी का कोई एम्प्लॉय अटैक हुआ है कि नहीं है? अटैक हुआ है तो उन लोग सुस्त है कि नहीं है, या कोई हम लोगों को छोड़ के चला गया है कि नहीं है? जो कोई हम लोगों को छोड़ के चला गया है तो उसके लिए 1 मिनट कंडोलेंस करना चाहिए, और कर लिया होगा तो ठीक है, हम लोग को जानकारी दे दी जाए। सर देखिए जितना रेजुलेशन है, मैं एवं हमारा फैमिली का जितना मेंबर है जो आपका ये कंपनी का शेयर होल्ड कर रहा है, सारे फेवर में वोटिंग ऑलरेडी कर दिया है। सर मैं ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लूंगा। सर आप हमारा डायरेक्ट मैनेजिंग का चेयरमैन, डायरेक्टर्स, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी एवं जितना एम्प्लॉय है सबका सुस्त रहे एवं सावधान रहिएगा जब तक हमारा देश से ये कोविड-19 हट ना जाए। सर मेरे को बोलने का मौका देने के लिए सबको धन्यवाद देते हुए मैं अपना वक्तव्य यही खत्म कर रहा हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
Thank you. We have the next speaker, shareholder Praful Chawra.
Yes, sir. Sir, मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपसे?
हाँ सर, we can now hear you and see you clearly, sir. Please proceed.
सर खासतौर पर मैं बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर को ये बात का धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ कि आपका जो कंपनी सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट है इतना अच्छा काम करते हैं और इतना सिस्टमेटिक वो लोग इन्वेस्टर को हेल्प करते हैं कि इंडिया में अगर सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को नंबर 1 देना चाहिए। खासतौर पे सर मैंने देखा है आपकी कंपनी में कि आपका कंपनी नेक्स्ट ईयर ये साल 458 करोड़ का टर्न कर चुकी है, तो नेक्स्ट ईयर 1000 करोड़ का टर्न हो सकता है। तो मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ सर कंपनी का AGM रिपोर्ट देखने के बाद ऐसा पता चलता है और कंपनी का चेयरमैन स्पीच और कंपनी का CFO का स्पीच सुनने के बाद जो भी थोड़े बहुत क्वेश्चन है वो चले जाते हैं। और सर एक बात जानना चाहता हूँ मैं कि अपना CSR में 74 इयर्स हो गया सर, कंपनी बहुत अच्छा काम करती है, अपने कंपनी के तरफ से अभी तक जो लोगों को हेल्प करना चाहिए उसको हेल्प नहीं होती। यानी कि ओलंपिक गेम खेलने जो लोग जाते हैं इसको हेल्प करना चाहिए, आपने इसको नहीं करते आप, या आपके पास ऐसा प्रपोज नहीं आता है। तो आप इंडिया में से ऐसे लोगों को ढूंढो। आज अभी 4-5 दिन में जो लोग चल नहीं सकते, उठ नहीं सकते, ऐसे लोग अभी गोल्ड मेडल दिला देते। तो ये लोगों को पैसे के बदले पर आप जैसी बड़ी कंपनी ओनली पूछेगी कि आपको कुछ चाहिए तो मिल जाएगा, कभी एक बड़ी बात हो जाती है। और ऐसे जो लोग ओलंपिक खेलते हैं और वहां से सक्सेस नहीं होते उसको भी आप जॉब देना चाहिए। सर खासतौर पे एक जॉब आप देते हैं CSR विराट कोहली को, तो अपने जो भी अपना प्रोजेक्ट है वो विराट कोहली जैसा नहीं रहना चाहिए, एक दिन चले दूसरे दिन नहीं चले। इससे बड़े बड़े स्टार को आप लेते हो तो क्या हिसाब से लेते हो? आप सर्वे कराते हो क्या? ये स्टार बोलेगा तो अपना प्रोडक्ट चलेगा? अपना प्रोडक्ट अच्छा है, वैल्यू अच्छा है, 74 इयर्स ओल्ड कंपनी है, तो वो देख के छोटे लोगों को आप लीजिए और ये लोगों को एड में लीजिए। वो लोग एड देंगे, यानी कि जो ओलंपिक खेल के आए वो लोग भी एड देंगे। अभी मीराबाई भी खेल के आई, मेडल लेके आई, तो ऐसे लोगों को एड दीजिए। और ये जो स्टार बड़े बड़े स्टार है जो खरबोपति है, आप जो पैसे देते हैं वो लोग कुछ भी इस्तेमाल नहीं करते, या तो ना तो आर्मी को हेल्प करते हैं, या तो एक आर्मी शहीद होता है तो इसके बारे में एक लफ्ज भी नहीं बोलते। और इंडिया को क्या दिलाते हैं? कुछ नहीं दिलाते, खुद के लिए खेलते हैं और फेल होते हैं तो दूसरे के बात नहीं करते। तो सर मैं आपको यही बोलना चाहता हूँ कि अपना प्रोडक्ट वेरी गुड नंबर 1 है, और खासतौर पे पेज नंबर 21, 22, 24, 25 में scan the QR code. Sir, very good, sir. नेक्स्ट वीक में एजीएम रिपोर्ट में अपने एजीएम का प्रोडक्ट्स का जो भी प्रोडक्ट्स हो रहा है इसका भी वीडियो आप ऐसे ही बताइए, तो हम घर बैठ के हमारा कंपनी का यूनिट भी देख सकते हैं। और जो आपने क्यूआर कोड दिया है, क्यूआर कोड नंबर 1 सर, अभी तक मेरे ख्याल से दूसरी कोई कंपनी नहीं दिया है, आपने स्टार्ट किया है, इसमें कंपनी सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Lekha Shah. Please unmute your line and proceed. Lekha Shah, your line is unmuted. Yes.
Hello. Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good morning to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. First of all, I'm very much thankful to our Company Secretary, Mr. Jitendra Kumar ji, and his team for extending very good investor services and also sending me the AGM notice by email well in time in such a difficult situation, which is full of knowledge, facts and pickets in place. So, I'm very grateful to our Company Secretary, Mr. Jitendra Kumar ji. Thank you, Chairman sir, for explaining us well about the company. Congratulations for excellent work, sir. Though times are tough and unpredictable currently, I am sure that our company has ability to deliver to growth and increase the shareholders' value in the company years as has been demonstrated this year. I would like to thank to all personnel of company for receiving awards and recognition by the various plans during the year 2021. And also I am happy the company is doing very well in the field of CSR activities. Chairman sir, I am happy to see all the good deeds that you have done during this difficult time. I pray to God that He always shower His blessings upon you. Sir, I am confident that with your vision and determination, you will lead our company to greater height. And also, I pray to God, our company should progress more and more under you and your team, sir. Sir, I would like to ask few questions. My first question is, has there been any impact of COVID second wave on the company operation? My second question is, how is our company operating? They are working from the home or they are working from the office? My third question is, all our employees vaccinated against COVID-19? My fourth question is, how many of our employees were affected by COVID-19? So, I would like to say, I strongly propose all the resolutions for today's meeting and my best wishes, always our company and its prosperity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Mr. Santosh Saraf. Please unmute your audio and video. Proceed with the question.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Saraf, we can hear you.
आदरणीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निवेशक सदस्यगण और मेरे शेयर और भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार सराफ सर। आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। आशा करता हूँ आप भी जितने भी हमारे डायरेक्टर हैं, जितने भी अधिकारीगण हैं और जितने भी हमारे स्टेक होल्डर हैं, इस दर में काफी सुरक्षित और स्वस्थ होंगे। एक सर मैं मैनेजमेंट को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट देने के लिए और इस कोविड के अंदर में काफी अच्छे से बिजनेस को संभालने के लिए धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर। एक बार सर अपने कंपनी सेक्रेटरी जितेंद्र जी को, उनकी टीम में आयत्री जी को भी बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा कि उन्होंने मुझे इतना अच्छा सिस्टम बताया और लिंक ज्वाइन की, उसके लिए धन्यवाद। और एक और धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा सर, कोविड का जब पीक आवर था तब जितेंद्र कुमार जी और आयत्री ने हमें फोन किया और फोन करके हमारा हाल चाल पूछा कि सराफ जी आप लोग कैसे हैं, बताइए, कोई रकम की तकलीफ तो आपको नहीं है, हमसे कोई अगर सहायता चाहिए तो बताइएगा, हम आपके लिए सहायता के लिए हरदम तैयार है सर। ये ऐसा लगा कि जैसे मेरी फैमिली का कोई मेंबर मुझे फोन कर रहा है या मेरा कोई छोटा भाई और ये फोन कर रहा है, मैं इसलिए उनकी लंबी उम्र की कामना करता हूँ दोनों की सर। भगवान उनको लंबी उम्र दे और उनको सदा इसी तरह हंसी मुखी रहे। मैं उनको नमता हूँ आपके माध्यम से सर। सर मैंने प्रश्न लिख के जितेंद्र कुमार जी को भेज दिए, आशा करते हुए प्रश्न आप लोग को मिल गया होंगे, इसलिए मैं ज्यादा नहीं कहते हुए कि दो एक बात कहूंगा सर। एक तो मैंने कैपेक्स के बारे में पूछा, बताइएगा सर। और एक सामने इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स का जमाना आने वाला है, उसके लिए आप क्या कदम बताने कष्ट करिएगा। और सर अभी आत्मनिर्भर भारत के अंदर में अपने डिफेंस के लिए काफी जोर दिया है, तो डिफेंस में मैं देख रहा हूँ कि बहुत ज्यादा बैटरी सप्लाई करने वाली कंपनियां नहीं है। एक वो साउथ की हाई एनर्जी बोल के कंपनी जिनके गोपालन चेयरमैन है, तो आप भी उस कदम में उठा रहे हैं तो बताने कष्ट करिएगा सर। और मैंने रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग के बारे में और रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के बारे में क्या कदम उठने के बारे में पूछा सर। और मैंने कितने % एम्प्लॉय को वैक्सीन लगी उसके बारे में बताया सर। और ज्यादा समय नहीं लेता हूँ सर, एक बार फिर आप सबसे भगवान की प्रार्थना करता हूँ, भगवान आप सभी को इस कोविड के अंदर में आपकी फैमिली को हेल्दी वेल्दी वेलनेस और प्रॉस्पेरिटी से बचे और सेफ्टी के साथ रखे सर। मैं एक बार आपसे चेयरमैन साहब को मेरा इस परफॉर्मेंस के लिए कुछ फूल देने की इच्छा थी, लेकिन मैं फिजिकल मीटिंग नहीं बोल नहीं जा सकता सर। तो मैं चेयरमैन से साहब से रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा, चेयरमैन साहब मेरा ये फूल आप एक बार स्वीकार कर लीजिए तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा सर है। और आपकी लंबी उम्र की कामना करता हूँ। जय हिंद, जय भारत। नमस्कार सर, समय देने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Sarvananda Katani. Please proceed with the question.
Hello. Namaste, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm a very old shareholder, sir. More than 25 years, and we are going to celebrate 75 years. तो 50 साल छोड़ दीजिए, तो मैं तब से shareholder हूँ आपका. And very nice company, sir. I belong from Calcutta. I'm CA Sarvananda Katani. Hello. Just a second, sir. Yes, first of all, thank you, जितेंद्र सर. आपका टीम बहुत अच्छा है, एंड स्पेशली I3 मैम. मैं अभी तक I3 मैम से मिला नहीं हूँ, लेकिन बहुत अच्छा नेचर. कम से कम 3-4 बार कॉल की, बहुत अच्छी तरह, और मेरे को हार्ड कॉपी ऑफ द बैलेंस शीट भी भेजी. दिस इज द second company that has sent me a hard copy of the balance sheet. A very nice secretarial department. I am so happy. पहले तो फिजिकल मीटिंग में रेगुलर जाता था, अब तो कोविड में वर्चुअल मीटिंग ही कर रहे. एंड आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद द रिजल्ट ऑल्सो. दो जून क्वार्टर में स्लाइड डिक्लाइन हुआ, आई वाज सीइंग द जून क्वार्टर रिजल्ट ऑल्सो. तो इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड. इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ शॉर्टेज ऑफ टाइम. एंड मैं तो आपका एक्साइड का फैक्ट्री भी देखा हुआ. कैलकाटा में आप लोग रेगुलर फैक्ट्री विजिट में ले जाते हो हम लोग को. तो थैंक यू वेरी मच. कीप अप द थिंग्स सर. आई हैव ऑलरेडी वोटेड. माय फैमिली हैज वोटेड. वी हैव सपोर्टेड ऑल द रेजोल्यूशन. एंड आई नो चेयरमैन, विथ यू एट द टॉप, माय कंपनी इज इन वेरी सेफ हैंड. थैंक यू वेरी मच सर.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Gautam Nandi. Please proceed with the question.
Am I audible and visible?
We can hear you, sir, but we cannot see your video. Yeah, now you're visible, sir.
Good morning and namaskar. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, and my online fellow shareholders. Myself, Gautam Nandi of Kolkata, very old equity shareholder of the company. Sir, firstly, I like to give thanks to your secretarial department for sending me annual report and other necessary relevant papers through email well in advance. So specially thanks to our respected company secretary Jitendra ji, very sober, well behaved and dynamic person, and his whole team for rendering very good services to our minority shareholders. Sir, you are organizing your AGM through video conference for the second time, and I find it is a grand success. So thanks again, sir. Sir, my earlier speakers already expressed their views and covered most of the points regarding accounts and performance of our company. Therefore, I don't like to repeat it as per your guideline. Sir, a few years back, we had faced GST and demonetization. Sir, ये दोनों का इफेक्ट खत्म होते ना होते लास्ट ईयर हम लोगों को कोविड-19 का फर्स्ट फेज अटैक किया एंड दिस ईयर सेकेंड फेज. कोविड-19 का थर्ड फेज is knocking on the door. Sir, each and every company is suffering very much. But I am very glad to see that despite a tough pandemic and most challenging year, you are trying your best. Your result is so good. Sir, आज का दिन में ये पैंडेमिक सिचुएशन में आपका रिजल्ट इतना अच्छा हुआ तो मैं आशा करता हूं जब सिचुएशन बिल्कुल नॉर्मल हो जाएगा तब आपका फेबुलस रिजल्ट होगा which we must appreciate, sir. Sir, we are very proud to see you always take care of our minority shareholders. Sir, इतना अच्छा कंपनी ओनली परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा ही होने से ही एक कंपनी अच्छा नहीं हो जाते हैं. इसके लिए गुड बिहेवियर के भी जरूरी होता है जो आपका कंपनी में है. सर, आपका कंपनी का हर एम्प्लॉय का इतना अच्छा बिहेवियर है जो क्या बोले. स्पेशली अत्रेय मुखर्जी मैडम को, हमारा जो दीदी अत्रेय दीदी वो हम लोग को कैसे ख्याल रखते हैं मैं क्या बोलेंगे. सर, बीच में फोन करते रहते हैं जब नंदी जी कैसे हैं, आपका कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं तो हम लोग आपका साथ है, अगर कोई समस्या हो तो हम लोग को बताइए. सर, आजकल का दिन में ये कोविड का प्रॉब्लम में कौन किसके पास है सर, लेकिन आपका साइड से हम लोग का इतना कोऑपरेशन आते हैं मैं क्या बोलेंगे सर. सो आते दीदी आपको मेरा नमस्कार एंड मैंने एवरी एम्प्लॉय का आपका मैंने आई मस्ट गिव माई हार्टी थैंक्स to each and every employee of your company for their good gesture, good behavior and good hospitality, sir. Sir, I personally use your every product, your battery product and it is so good. Number one, which is very reasonable price and high quality. Sir, एक रिक्वेस्ट है, अगर कुछ डिस्काउंट लगभग 30% 40% डिस्काउंट अगर मिल जाए तो हम लोग को शेयर माइनॉरिटी शेयर होल्डर के लिए अच्छा होता है. क्योंकि बड़ा जो कंपनी है, शू कंपनी बोलिए, जो होटल कंपनी बोलिए, दे हैव देयर ओन प्रोडक्ट, they are giving that such type discount to our minority shareholders. If you provide us, then it will be helpful for us. I use your battery for my inverter, my motorcycle and my car. So please consider that. And sir, I am very proud to be a shareholder of your company and I am very hopeful towards the prospect of our company. I have full trust with your strong management, sir, and therefore I wholeheartedly support your all resolutions which I have already casted through e-voting. Sir, I am very happy with your company and once upon a time I got the price appreciation in your share. Not now, sir. बहुत पहले का बात कर रहा हूँ. Thank you very much, sir. Nothing to say more today, sir. Time is very precious. Looking forward with a positive outlook towards our company with higher profit margin, handsome dividend and return. Sir, may God bless you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Manjeet Singh. Please proceed with the question.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, नमस्कार जी. सर, माई ऑडिबल, मेरी आवाज आ रही है डायरेक्टर साहब आपको? हेलो.
Yes sir, we can hear you and see you, sir.
बड़ा अच्छा लगा जी एक्साइड इंडस्ट्री की मीटिंग अटेंड जो मैं कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि हमारी कंपनी इतिहास में समझ लो जैसे जैसे हिंदुस्तान खड़ा हुआ वैसे वैसे एक्साइड इंडस्ट्री 1947 का आप दिखा रहे हैं 31 जनवरी का, तो हमारा इतिहास जो है स्वतंत्रता के साथ ही चलता आ रहा है. तो मैं शुभकामनाएं दूंगा जी कंपनी को कि ये जो रैंक नंबर 4 है इंडिया में, तो बैटरी के में जो है आप फर्स्ट नंबर पे हैं और वर्ल्ड में जो है वो 4 नंबर पर हैं. और अब हिंदुस्तान को मेडलों का स्वाद पड़ गया है, कम से कम ब्राउन मेडल वाली पोजीशन तो मैं चाहूंगा कि ये जो 75 ईयर में अपनी जो ये प्लेटिनम ज्वेलरी चल रही है इसके अंदर वर्ल्ड के आप कम से कम ब्राउन मेडल के हकदार तो हो जाए, 3rd नंबर पे तो आ ही जाए. कि इंडिया में तो आप नंबर 1 पे है ही हैं। सर, आपकी एनुअल रिपोर्ट में आपने जो फर्स्ट पेज पर ही अपना टर्नओवर, ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट और नेट प्रॉफिट जो बताए हैं, उसको देखकर मेरे जो और 3 शेयर होल्डर हैं, साथ में 4 हमारे जुड़े हुए हैं, उन्होंने बड़ा अच्छा लगा सबको कि ये रिजल्ट कंपनी बड़ा अच्छा पेश कर रही है। सर, हमसे रोशन हिंदुस्तान, ये आपका जो लोगो बड़ा प्यारा लगा, लेकिन इसके अंदर भी हमारी कंपनी का जो ये बैटरी वाला सेक्टर है यही हैवी है, क्योंकि आपने इसमें अंदर बैटरी का जिक्र किया है, हमसे रोशन हिंदुस्तान। हम जो ये दूसरा बिजनेस जो इसका एक्साइड केयर के अंदर कर रहे हैं इंश्योरेंस में, उसका उसमें रोल नहीं दिखा। उस लोगों को थोड़ा बड़ा करके अगर साथ में जो ये जो इंश्योरेंस का जिक्र भी किया जाता लाइफ टाइम का, तो बड़ा अच्छा लगता। बाकी ऐसे में जैसे लग रहा है कि आप क्या डीमर्जर भी सोच रहे हैं एक्साइड बैटरी और एक्साइड केयर को अलग अलग करने का। अगर ऐसा कोई प्रावधान है तो आप जरूर बताइएगा। और इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल बिल्कुल आने की कगार पर हैं और सोने पे सुहागा हमारी कंपनी के लिए यह है कि बैटरी इंडस्ट्री को फायदा ही होना है इससे। इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल में बिना बैटरी के नहीं चलना। तो R&D पे हमने जो अपना बजट और बढ़ाया है, इस बारे में आप थोड़ा इस बारे में जरूर बताइएगा। और ये जो आपने बैटरी रिक्शा के लिए जो बैटरी लॉन्च की है इस साल में, वो बड़ा अच्छा लगा। और थोड़ा प्रमोटरों का विश्वास बढ़ना चाहिए कंपनी पे। 75% की लिमिट है गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, हमारी प्रमोटर होल्डिंग 46% है। तो कोई ऐसा बायबैक का प्रावधान आपकी तरफ से आएगा, आप इस बारे में जरूर बताइएगा। और सर, आपकी जो 50 देशों को आप एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं, तो जो समुद्र के शहर हैं हमारे, तो उनमें प्लांट हम अपने बढ़ाएंगे, आप इस बारे में जरूर बताइएगा। आपके कंपनी जो है 9 प्लांटों के साथ चल रही है, जिसमें 2 महाराष्ट्र, 2 बंगाल, 1 तमिलनाडु, 1 हरियाणा, 2 उत्तराखंड में चल रहे हैं। ये बड़ी अच्छी बात है। बाकी गुजरात के अंदर भी ऑटो इंडस्ट्री काफी है, तो आप कोई गुजरात या राजस्थान के अंदर प्लांट लगाने के बारे में सोच रहे हैं, आप इस बारे में जरूर बताइएगा। और कोई जम्मू में भी अगर कोई प्लांट आपका लगे, क्योंकि आजकल फ्यूल महंगा है, तो अगर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का खर्चा अगर कम आएगा तो हमारी कंपनी की प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी में बढ़ावा होगा। जैसे एक पर शेयर होल्डर ने और भी जिक्र किया ओलंपिक का और आपके ब्रांड एम्बेसडर का, तो मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि ओलंपिक में भी हमारी जो है देश ने अच्छा प्रदर्शन किया और पैरा ओलंपिक में भी अच्छा प्रदर्शन किया है। तो ये जो हमारा दल गया था 130 सदस्यों का गया था टोक्यो में, आने वाले टाइम में शायद 2024 के अंदर 160 के आसपास खिलाड़ी जो हैं उस स्टैंडर्ड लेवल तक आए जिनको कि क्वालिफाई हो पाए, और जो 160 उम्मीद है कि सदस्यों का दल शायद 2024 में जाए। तो हम क्या अपना ब्रांड एम्बेसडर खुद ना तैयार करें, जो क्वालिफाई करके आए उसमें से किसी एक प्लेयर को जो है हमारी कंपनी गोद ले और उसकी पूरी तैयारी कराए 2024 तक, ताकि वहां से वो मेडल लेकर आए और जो है हमारा ब्रांड एम्बेसडर वो बनकर उभरे। तो मेरा आपसे ये कहना रहेगा कि अगर ऐसा कोई प्रस्ताव हो सके तो जरूर करिएगा, क्योंकि युवा जो है उसको हम समर्थन देंगे जितना वो आगे अच्छा करके आएगा। बाकी ये जो हम आपसे जुड़ पाए हैं, हमारे चारों मेंबर जैसे इस मीटिंग को अटेंड कर पाए हैं, हमने जो है सभी में वोटिंग करी है और अटेंडेंस लगाई है। इसके जो सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट है उन्होंने इतना अच्छा अरेंजमेंट रखा है कन्वर्टिटी का कि मैं आपको इस बारे में बता नहीं सकता कि मतलब कैसे हम इतनी दूर बैठे हुए भी, मैं किलोमीटर से भी अंदाजा नहीं लगा सकता इस टाइम की मैं दिल्ली बैठा हुआ, कलकत्ता कितने किलोमीटर है, बिल्कुल स्मूथली आपसे ज्वाइन हुआ हूँ। थैंक यू, बड़ा अच्छा लगा आपसे बात कर। नमस्कार।
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Bijnan Shrimal. Please unmute your line and proceed with the question.
Do you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible and visible as well? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, sir, member of the board, am I shareholder? I am Bijnan Shrimal, CA from Kolkata. I am extremely grateful to Mr. giving me this opportunity to participate at the AGM and share my thoughts and views. I hope you will take it in proper perspective and would respond to my queries as well. Sir, I am also thankful to the MD and CEO and his executive team for producing an excellent result in spite of constraints of COVID. Sir, I have few suggestions allow me to say before I go to the accounts part. Sir, number one, I believe that if you can during the setup of the day, it would be easier for all the members to attend, and also preferably on Saturday. A short synopsis.
Sorry, Mr. Shrimal, your audio is breaking. We would request you to please turn off the video and then try speaking so we can at least hear you clearly. Yes, sir. Now, please. Yes, sir.
Sir, number 3 is the report should be utilized because you know this is 307 pages. It is very difficult even by e-manner all the pages. Digitalization process would be very helpful. I have suggested it in the last year Bata's meeting and many of the companies has adopted it. And in Calcutta also Berger Friend has a digital balance sheet so that you click in the particular page. Sir, then sir, something about the accounts part. If you kindly share your thoughts about the annual accounts, the profit before tax and profit after tax, both has gone down quite substantially to last few. So what steps are you initiating in this direction to augment this fall in the profitability of the company in the near future? If you kindly enlighten us about this part of it. Sir, I would like from you what is the cost control measure you have, what is its impact in 21 balance sheet, and what would be the impact 21 to 2 balance sheet? Share your thoughts in details that would be helpful for shareholders to understand. Number 3 is about your capacity utilization. How much of your capacity of each plant has utilized during 2021, and what is your idea for 21-22 utilization? If you also kindly give us a of this, we would be grateful. Sir, then you must have a meeting of independent director chaired by one of the independent director. I did not get information about that in the report. It may be that I have missed it. I don't know. So if you can kindly enlighten me. And also about their report of the board of directors, kindly give this. That would be helpful for the shareholder to know how their board is working or the guideline of the director. Sir, we find that you have paid 200% dividend. In all means, it is good. I will not say anything about it. But if you see, for the last 6 years, it is the lowest dividend paid by the company. And I am also thankful that you have given an interim dividend. Think of other interim dividends shortly to augment your shortfall in the dividend. Sir, about the unclaimed dividend part, it is quite a substantial amount lying. I would like to know on behalf of the shareholder what proactive action you are taking in this regard so that the shareholders back their money. As you all know, ladies and gentlemen, that it is very difficult once it is deposited with the government to get back the dividend, and after some time even the shares are likely to be forfeited. So this is a very difficult clause, and the company must take all precaution and proactive action in this regard. Sir, then about the director's remuneration. You beg me pardon if I am going any out of my purview. I would like to share your thought. A turnover of 10,000 and odd crores, and you have a 4 executive director sharing the nation of 6 crores, while the Calcutta-based company who has more than several times turnover than you, and they have 4 executive directors sharing 20 crores only. Don't you think at this hour this director's salary is on side? I would request the remuneration committee to kindly look into the matter with all due respect to everyone here. Sir, then the balance sheet, I would like that it should be signed by all the directors, and especially independent director and the audit committee chairman. That is a must, I believe. The audit committee chairman does not even sign the balance sheet. I know it is no contravention of the Companies Act, but for brevity purposes, it would be helpful to the shareholder if you kindly continue to do this. Sir, could you tell us when our company will be zero emission company? Then about the electric vehicles, many shareholders has their thoughts, and the age is for the electric vehicles, and even the some company has come out with electric two-wheelers. So what is our future in electric battery manufacturing? So far we have proceeded, and we'll be able to share the bulk of the consumption in your future vehicle. Sir, have you any new portfolio to be added in the coming year? Sir, then the most important part is you are having a 75-year celebration next year. I hope you'll be and attend your 75th with great pride. And what is your program in this direction? When I see your equity is 85 crores for last about 10 years, idea of increasing your equity base while you have a reserve of 6,808 crores. Don't you think has come to share some of your values to the shareholder as well? Kindly enlighten me about that. Sir, then I would like to know what is your e-cell and normal cell. Have we been able to increase our e-marketing cell? If yes, the percentage of increase. Sir, with this question, and I thanks the share department for cooperating and for giving me a lot and even sending the hard copy of the balance sheet. Thank you all very much for giving me a real patient hearing. I am all grateful to you and hope that all will be well-being of your all people and live well and think well. Thank you very much. Hope to meet you next with much better result. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Sujan Modak. Please proceed with the question.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir, you're audible and visible. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning. I'm Sujan Modak. I'm calling from my residence in Calcutta. So, namaskar and good morning to our respected chairman and other board of directors of Exide. Sir, I am a very proud and happy shareholder and very satisfied customer of Exide. So first of all, I would like to tell you that our secretarial department led Jitendra Kumar is doing very good job for the secretarial department. He and his whole team is doing fantastic job, informing all the shareholders in right time and sending everything in right time. Ms. Mukherjee, she works very silently but very efficiently behind the scene. It's absolutely fine. I believe that both of them, Mr. Jitendra Kumarji and Ms. Atrey Mukherjee, both are very valued employee of our secretarial department. They need something really extra and fantastic job. So I salute him. Namaskar and salute Jitendra Kumarji and Atrey Mukherjee, both of you. Thank you very much. Sir, in this pandemic situation and subsequent lockdown and footfall in whole nation when it was down, so this has come to our company balance sheet also, as it is evident in all the companies in the world. So our company's performance has shown a little bit problem. It's very good. I believe it is satisfactory with that. So, sir, our CSR activity was also very, very nice. So I'm really proud of it, sir, that our company has done very nice CSR activities. Sir, our management is very strong, very efficient, and result oriented. I have full faith. So I have voted to support all the agendas. And sir, I've got 2-3 questions. Most of them, I believe, have been already asked. What is the roadmap for 2 to 3 years? Next 2 to 3 years, if you please tell us. Any new product in the pipeline, sir? And how much is our current order? Please tell us. Sir, whether all employees and workers got vaccinated or not? Please let us know. Sir, now electric vehicle sector is coming up. For that, all the others have already just want to repeat it. So that apart from our industrial division product, there are huge product we manufacture in an automobile sector, especially in 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 4-wheelers, and inverters. So these are mainly used in homes. Okay. So I believe in next coming few years, we may find Exide battery in every house. हर घर में एक्साइड, घर में एक्साइड ऐसे ही होना चाहिए सर. Let us, our company should thrust also to see this type of that 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler, so that we get all the houses in our country. Sir, nothing to say more. I am really hopeful that our company will definitely meet very good result in the next year, and we'll have a nice years ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Kirti Shah. Please proceed with the question.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please proceed with the question. Mr. Shah, you've muted yourself now. Please unmute your line and proceed with the question. Kirti Shah, request you to please unmute your line from your end and proceed with your question.
Hello.
Now it's unmuted. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, sir. My name is Kirti Shah from Mumbai. चेयरमैन सर, आपने जो स्पीच दिया है और सीएफओ ने जो स्पीच दिया है, ये मेजॉरिटी सब सारा जो आपका कंपनी का फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट और आप जो अभी प्रेजेंट बता रहे हो कि तीनों क्वार्टर अच्छा जा सकता है सही तरह से, जो ऐसा ही पेंडेमिक सिचुएशन रहा, तो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है कि आपने जो अभी टारगेट से आप अपनी कंपनी आगे बढ़ा रहे हो। और चेयरमैन सर, अभी जो अगला जो 75 ईयर्स है उसकी बैलेंस शीट ऐसी बननी चाहिए कि लोगों यादगार बने कि भाई डे वन से कंपनी कैसे कैसे स्ट्रगल करके आगे आई है, कि पहला 5 साल कैसा था, दूसरा 10 साल कैसा था, दूसरा 10 साल कैसा था। तो ऑफिस कुकर करके कंपनी है, उसने जो बैलेंस शीट बनाई है उसका भी आप जरा सैंपल देख के सही तरह से आप बनाएंगे। इतनी बढ़िया कंपनी, इतना बढ़िया आपने ग्रोथ किया है 75 साल में, तो वो हिसाब से आपकी नेक्स्ट ईयर की जो बैलेंस शीट है ऐसी बढ़िया से बढ़िया बने कि आप आगे जाके भी 10 साल आपकी बैलेंस शीट से लोगों को प्रेरणा मिले, जैसे ऑफिस कुकर की है जो मेरे पास थी, और जैसे अपना बजाज टेम्पो करके कंपनी थी, उसका नाम बाद में जो फोर्स मोटर हो गया है, उसका भी जो उसने एक हिस्ट्री की 30 इयर्स की एक बुक साथ में दिया था। तो ऐसा हिस्टोरिकल आप पूरा इवेंट करेंगे, भाई आपका प्लांट किसने इनॉग्रेट किया, कब इनॉग्रेट किया, कैसे कैपेसिटी बढ़ी, और आज की डेट में वैल्यूएशन क्या है। आज की डेट में आपका जो वैल्यूएशन है, जो अपना रिवैल्यूएशन से आपकी जो कंपनी की आज की डेट में वैल्यू गिनी जाएगी, तो शेयर प्राइस तो बहुत ही कम है। तो उसके लिए भी आप जरा थोड़ा रिवैल्यूएशन के भी साथ में एक पेज का नोट भी देंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा कि इधर इधर इतना प्लांट है, इतनी वैल्यूएशन है, आज की रिप्लेसमेंट वैल्यू ये होनी चाहिए। तो वो हिसाब से भी आप आगे सोचेंगे तो सही तरह से लोगों को, आपकी कंपनी से लोगों को प्रेरणा मिलेगी। चेयरमैन सर, मैंने बाकी तो आपको ईमेल किया हुआ है और काफी से लोग काफी बोल चुके हैं, तो भी मेरे को बोलने की खास जरूरत नहीं है, पर मैंने ईमेल किया हुआ है तो आप उसका रिप्लाई करेंगे। और आपका सेक्रेटरी टीम ने भी काफी कोऑपरेट किया हुआ है। जो सेक्रेटरी टीम जो आपका है उसने जो सबसे लिंक भेजना करना, सब सही तरह से आगे बढ़ना, एनुअल रिपोर्ट भेजना करना, बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से उसने कोऑपरेट किया था। जैसे ईमेल किया और तुरंत रिप्लाई किया हुआ है, और अभी पूरी डिटेल अभी आप रिप्लाई करेंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is an audio question from Subhash Kar. Please proceed with your question.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Good morning, sir. Sir, myself Subhash Kar, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, and my fellow shareholders. Thanks to Company Secretary, Mr. Dividend Kumar. He is a nice and energetic person and always maintaining a good relation with the shareholder. Sir, I also thank to Madam Aarti Mukherjee for his kind behavior and also helped me a lot. Sir, our company has a very good reserve fund. Sir, why you are not issuing bonus share to the... Sir, I have casted vote all in favor of the resolution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Naman Changoiwala. Please proceed with the question.
Good morning, respected Chairman sir, CEO sir, Board of Directors and my fellow shareholders. I am Naman Changoiwala, shareholder of the company. I hail from Rajgarh, Rajasthan. I would like to thank the secretarial team for providing me this auspicious opportunity to speak at the 74th annual general meeting of the company. Sir, I am looking forward to learn so many things from you all. Sir, this worldwide pandemic has created a great humanitarian crisis. In such a challenging situation, it's not an easy task to keep such a humongous company running at this scale. Sir, my hats off and respect to all the employees of the Exide. Sir, people sometimes just look at the financial figures and forget the people who are working day and night before it. Sir, in this crisis, vaccination is the only solution available to us. As the MD and CEO sir said, 93% of the employees have been fully vaccinated. So this shows that how the company is taking care of their employees. Sir, I want to ask is, have the company reimbursed the expenses of the employees who have taken vaccine in the private hospitals, and how much expense have been incurred on that? So my second question is about electric vehicle, as it's the burning topic. Everybody is talking about electric vehicle. So what is our company doing to outperform in the lithium ion battery segment and have an edge over the competitors? And what are the collabs that company is looking forward in future? Sir, are we planning to shift our focus aggressively from the acid batteries to lithium ion battery? Sir, talking of the home inverter segment, sir, power availability is increasing in the country. So what according to you is the future of this segment in next 4 to 5 years? And sir, we are the market leaders, no doubt in that. But can you please comment on the movement in market share? Are we gaining or losing the market share? Lastly, before I conclude, Chairman Sir, I would like to congratulate you and the entire team for the great work. May the company become more prosperous and touch new heights. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Rishikesh Chopra. Please proceed with the question. Mr. Chopra, please proceed with the question.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you. Please proceed.
Okay, opportunity sir. पहले और बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट बात मैं आपसे कहना चाहूँगा कि कबीर जी said मुद्दत नेड़े राखिए. So whatsoever I am going to
Sorry, Rishi Chopra, we have lost your audio. It seems there's some connectivity issue from the line of Mr. Chopra. In the meanwhile, while we check the connection for Rishi, hello. We will move to our next speaker shareholder, that is Amit Nandi. Please proceed with the question, Amit. Amit, please unmute your line. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, Chairman, sir, MD, sir, and other board of directors and KMP. This is Amit Nandi, an equity shareholder. It's a wonderful annual report presented in this 74th AGM. I like all the details, and especially the corporate governance has been quite good by the maintained by the company, sir. So 5 agendas has been put. One which we have appointment of MD and CEO, sir, Sri Shubhit Chakraborty. So we look forward very ambitiously towards him. Maybe more R&D expenses the company should spend. The financial performance has been very strong. We are almost nearing towards net worth of 7,000 crores. Our company is driven by strong R&D expenses, which builds more confidence. So we have more independent directors than required. So this is also a good example of good corporate governance, sir. So I am a happy customer and a proud shareholder also. We understand the share market price is a bit under pressure, but I think that is market-oriented matter. And I believe if the company gives the best performance, the price will automatically get reflected. So this is the cash flow has also been very strong. So I just have a question that what scope do we have in the data mining sector, sir? In case India forwards towards cryptocurrencies, what scope do we have in data mining for Exide Industries? So that's all from my side. Wishing everyone a good health and prosperity. This is Amit Nandi signing off from Kolkata.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Rakesh Kumar Singh. Please proceed with the question. Mr. Singh, please unmute your line and proceed with the question. Your line is muted from your end. Mr. Rakesh Singh, we request you to please unmute your line from your screen and please proceed with the question. So we are still not able to connect with Mr. Singh. We will proceed with our next speaker shareholder, which is from the line of Mr. Amit Banerjee. So he is registered, however, not joined the meeting. So we will move to our next speaker shareholder, Manas Banerjee. Manas, proceed with the question.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir, we can hear you and see you.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Mr. Banerjee, we can hear you and we can see you both.
Good afternoon, respected chairman, board of directors, and my fellow shareholders. Myself, Rishi, shareholder of Exide Industries Limited. I already voted for all resolution. As a shareholder, I am overwhelmed by the cordial reception secretariat. Pleasure to meet Mr. Jitendra Kumar, company secretary, who was very nice and energetic in his behavior. While he attended, I also met R3 Mukherjee, whose amicable guidance helped me on several times. To my question, when would it announced Exide Industries Limited three companies to achieve what is your planning? So I introduced that at your jobs.
Mr. Banerjee, I request you to please mute your video.
You are a Sarkar.
Let me hear your audio clearly. So your voice is breaking, so we would request you to...
May I continue, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Some audio problem there, sir. Sir, it is of course a popular scheme, but is it profitable too? I repose my full confidence on the functionary of board of directors of this company. I hope that company will reach to the peak of prosperity with the leadership of this board of directors. Thus, the shareholders will also be mutually benefited. That's all. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Take our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Rakesh Singh. Please proceed with the question. Please unmute your line.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you're clearly audible.
Yes, audible and visible.
Thank you and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to all respected persons, Secretary Mr. Jitendra Kumar, Mr. Bharat Shah sir, CEO Mr. Subir Chakrabarti sir, board members, fellow shareholders. Thank you for registering me as a speaker, and also thank you for sending me the physical copy of the annual report. I received it 10 days well before the AGM. It's colorful, thick and glossy papers are used in it, which has an attractive look and is easy to go through it and read it. My observations. Which is good. The company has been maintaining a healthy dividend payout of about 30% face value of ₹1. It has return on equity of 12.47% only for the last 3 years. Share price of the company is in downtrend after August 2018, when it made a high of 300. Now the price is almost half of this price. It is much below its 200 days and 200 weeks moving averages. Following are my questions, which already I have sent through email 1 week back. Now repeating here again in the with members present. Since 2017, projected profit is fluctuating around 100 crores rupees. What initiatives have been taken to increase it? Next, what are the initiatives and steps taken by the company for e-vehicles, e-vehicle batteries market, and solar power storage batteries market? What are the future plans? Financial highlights at page 9 are based on standalone results only. Is it possible to highlight consolidated results which can show the better summary of the value of the shares? Then, what are sales revenue and net income targets for the next 5-year and 10-year of the company and its roadmap? Then, final question is, what is the capex plan in the company in the coming years? So these are my questions. Thank you again for allowing me to speak in the AGM, and I wish a very good future of the company. Best wishes for all the festivals of this month and coming months. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Amit Banerjee on an audio question. Please proceed with the question, Amit. Okay, it seems we have lost the line for Amit Banerjee. We will proceed with our next question, that is from the line of Tapas Datta from audio question. Please proceed, Tapas.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Datta, we can hear you. Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Mr. Tapas Datta, we can hear you.
Yes,
you may
sir.
please proceed.
Yes, sir. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, my fellow shareholders attending this Rishi meeting. I, myself, Tapas Kumar Datta, an equity shareholder of Exide Industries Limited, am trembling, thinking from the spoiler's hand, far away thy children live the land. Who cares the land? To hastening is a prey. God, wealth accumulates and men decay. Talents are leaving Bengal. Industrial houses are leaving Bengal. Bengal has turned a deserted land. Exide Industries Limited is standing as an oasis in Bengal desert, providing jobs, promoting health and education, and eradicating poverty. Please write page number 100 and 134. I profoundly express my sincere gratitude to the galaxy of Exide Industries Limited for their dedication, exertion, commitment, and achievement, resulting which Exide is standing as a consistent dividend-paying company. Team management of Exide, erudite, articulate, innovative, adaptable to new skills, precocious in breathtaking way, extremely sharp in analytical reasoning, and astoundingly well informed in corporate law, administration, finance, and marketing. Has got the tumultuous situation of the pandemic under their control and made the organization operational, resulting which a successful operational revenue in this balance sheet. Right? Page
190. I salute all the dedicated staff, workmen of Exide Industries who have been working, challenging their lives during this pandemic period. My heartfelt indebtedness to our secretarial department, headed by Jitendra Kumarji, a man of immense knowledge and integrity, a man free from discrimination and injustice, a man of exceptional quality of hard-working nature. He, with his aides, especially Atrai Madam, is doing everything efficiently, effectively, and intelligently. I salute them for their excellent and remarkable investor services. I have already sent the sets of 13 questions and suggestions and do not want to repeat the same. I want to add a new one. Page 199, outstanding dues to MSME for which interest was charged. Sir, may I know why don't you pay their dues? For page 178, leasehold land. May I know, sir, when the lease period will be terminated? For lithium battery and great technology. No entrants like Bhel, ABB, Siemens, that how would you face the challenges? The time is approaching to beat COVID-19 adieu, and the thriving economy will bring thriving business. But we hope it will be better for Exide Industries for next year. So with this hope, I conclude. Thank you for patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you. We take our next speaker, shareholder, Rishi Chopra. Please proceed with the question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, many thanks for opportunity, sir. I got disconnected. To the respected management, sir, first of all, I wanted to say that Kabirji said, "Nindat nere rakhiye." And a lot of the things what people have spoken about. This is not a platform to praise the company secretary in each and everything. You got all this plug coming up here praising the company secretary. I know he has sent me a link with me. This is not a platform for that. So please stop in the future. Secondly, if we'll see our last 5-year numbers, the company has delivered poor sales growth of 10% over past 5 years. The ROE is just 12% over last 3 years. Although we are debt free, the growth is not coming. The reasons are known to everybody. Because of EV vehicles and other industrial products which are not in great in demand. Now, how the new MD and the new team will transform the story into the numbers? We've got a strong brand right now. We have got a legacy of around last 50 years. I'm using the battery from my last Fiat to the current Jeep right now. So what is happening? And I'm staying in the heart of the Mumbai. Your customer service, I'm sorry to say, is not so great as Amar Raja. Although you have got that facility to jump up the things and all those, but you need to pull up the sorts now. You have there is something called good, better, best. So you have from good you have reached the better, but you're now the best in the market. So what are the management efforts to take it to the best at this stage? So okay, and the next most important thing is that ये दुनिया ढूंढती है उनको जो खुद को ढूंढ रहे हैं. So what is the new R&D you are doing? What is the new, you've done a JV for electric vehicle, this lithium-ion batteries. So how that will unshape? And I have requested the company secretary to do one-to-one session with the management just to learn from the in the long run means what's going to happen. Secondly, in your annual report I'll just tell you, you've written that. We have done exclusive partnerships with major automotive OEMs for upcoming launches and entered the US market with our overseas collaborator eSpan. So I wanted to learn means what kind of volumes we can generate out of this, what kind of revenue growth we can have our next 2-3 years, and what kind of new products you are coming up with means. And secondly, you've written that we have done major significant progress in developing EFB technology for micro hybrid cars. This hybrid cars, the market share is not even 2% in India, and in globally they are very down. So how we will outperform in that particular market? What is the strategy? And if you can, from your sense as a OEM supplier, what is your sense about the growing market? How this electric vehicles and hydrogen cars, new technologies are coming by 2025? Where you see that side or going forward, sir? If you can explain us, then the last most important thing you've written that we manufacture high-end submarine batteries, conforming to the most stringent technology specifications and quality. So how much volume we generate? This submarine batteries, there is a high energy battery company, there is two other companies I won't name because of the DRDO thing. So what kind of margins we have in those particular segments? What kind of new tenders which are coming up, if you can explain that? And what are the management efforts to increase the brand recognition, sir? Because your other competitor Amar Raja has done really well. Even if we go to the Exide distributor, they say if you want a second card, go for Amar Raja, you will say 5,000 rupees in a battery, plus you will get a better service. We cannot provide the service in a old car. So means I have contacted during COVID also, we contacted your secretarial department that what's going on, that some of your means in a main city like Mumbai you are not active. How in tier 3, tier 4, where the most of the demand, the rural demand is going up like anything else, you see the kind of minimum support prices which are going to come due to the UP elections and all those. This tier 3, tier 4 cities would be the major thrust for the growth for all the companies like you, and you are not focusing on main cities. How can we trust that you will be trusting, you will be doing good in tier 3, tier 4 cities? So if you can give us some light that how you are going to reorganize your customer service, that would be really great, sir. And I appreciate your sincere efforts to give me an opportunity, and the secretarial team. They followed up with us very sincerely. But just the AGM should be a platform just to communicate with the shareholders and their thing, nothing to go here and there in the future. So that is my request once again to you. And many thanks to the independent board of directors also. Sir, right now the register of the shareholder is not there on your website. I'm not able to see. If the company secretary can email me the list of the register, top 500 register by email. That would be great. And the KMP, key managerial person, their email ID and their numbers also. That would be great. Thank you very much. And I will appreciate if you can put the recording of this particular AGM on your website, so that in the future also, if we miss some link, we can see you. Thank you, Ji. Thank you. Many thanks.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Amit Banerjee. Please proceed with the question.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Respected chairman of the meeting and other board members present, myself, Amit Banerjee, yes, from the city of Kolkata. Thank you, me, for getting me connected and up to speak such a wonderful occasions today. 74th AGM of the company Exide Industries Limited. Our company basically manufacturer of storage batteries in the world. Range includes automobile batteries, Exide, Index, SF, submarine batteries, and so on. As regards the performance is concerned, during this year, as visible in the balance sheet, total revenue in standalone basis about 101 crores of rupees. Last year it was 99 crores. It is an increased in comparison with the last year. Though of course the profitability PAs is going down. But in consolidated basis, it was found that the total revenue increased. Net profit is also increased about 803 crores in comparison with the last year in 762 crores. So what is the key reason for lower profitability in spite of higher revenue achievement during this year under review in standalone basis? Kindly briefly focus how much capital expenditure our company has done, particularly on two types of batteries as manufacturing lithium ion and lead batteries. What is the future of lithium ion batteries and plan to invest? Kindly throw some highlights on this particular issue. How much new customer you got during this year? An amount of incremental sale you made during the year. What is the current status of manufacturing in Pranjit, Gujarat plant? How many beneficiary of CSR project and amount invested? I hope under this management, our company will definitely overcome whatever the certain risks. Working together will add more value and maintain necessary infrastructure, technology, and will perform better result year ahead. Also thank our company secretary, Mr. Jitendra Kumar. Also our company Assistant Company Secretary, Mrs. Akshay Mukherjee, very sincere, cordial, maintaining good relation as and when the issue is required. Also thank to all members for smooth conducting such a wonderful occasions today through smooth conducting video conferencing today. Myself, Amit Banerjee, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is Pramod Tayade. Please proceed with the question.
Hello, sir. I am visible and audible.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Chairman, sir. Hello, CFO, sir. I am Pranay Tayade, attending this meeting from Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Sir, today I am very happy to meet Mr. Chairman sir and CFO sir. I hope everyone will be safe and happy. Sir, my questions will मैंने मेरे क्वेश्चंस ऑलरेडी आपको सेंड कर दिए, तो मैं होप करता हूँ कि आपको मिल गए होंगे. आई वुड लाइक टू अप्रिशिएट कंपनी. सर, मैंने 10-12 कंपनी के एजीएम अटेंड किए, लेकिन आज तक किसी ने फिजिकली एनुअल रिटर्न सेंड नहीं किया, जो कि एक्साइड ने किया. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. और जो आपकी सेक्रेटरी टीम है वो भी बहुत अच्छी है, जो रिलेशंस मेंटेन करती है शेयर होल्डर के साथ, वो भी बहुत अच्छी है. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा और थैंक यू सर. नमस्ते. मैं आपका टाइम और नहीं करूंगा. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker shareholder is an audio question from Amit Banerjee. Please proceed with the question.
Can you hear me, sir? Can
yes,
you
sir,
hear me,
we can
sir?
hear you.
Hello? Yes,
sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead, sir. Yes, sir.
We can hear you, Mr. Banerjee.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Reputed Chairman and Board of Directors and my fellow shareholders. Myself, Kumar Banerjee, proud to be shareholder of Exide Industries Limited. I cast my e-voting all in favor of the resolutions. I also thanks to Mr. the Company Secretary for his cordial relation when interact with the shareholder. He is a nice and energetic person. I also thanks to Madam Amit Banerjee for her guidance on several times over the telephone. Now come to my question. Number 1. Sir, governmental emphasis on electric vehicles. Is it an opportunity for our company to expand business? Second, the lead is one of the main ingredients of manufacturing batteries, but it is highly injurious for human health. Sir, what precautions are you taking for the safeguard of factory employees? I repose my full confidence on the functionary of the board of directors. And that's all. Again, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from speaker shareholder Ashit Pathak. Please proceed with the question.
Am I audible, sir?
Sir,
Hello.
you are, but I believe if you...
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Good afternoon. Respected Chairman, MD, CEO, CFO, Board of Directors, Company Secretary, staffs, fellow members joining 74th of Exide Industries Limited. My name is Ashit Kumar Pathak, Kolkata. At first, my most welcome our new MD and CEO, Mr. Chakraborty. I, as a member, expected his contribution to our company and rewarding policy with good dividend and capital market appreciation. So, thanks to our ex-MD, Mr. Gautam Nandi, and he is also very enhanced cooperation to my company, and I pray to God for his good health and very nice contribution from secretarial standard, because I, as a member, always congratulate our secretarial team because they maintain all the compliances from our company, and we as a member always give enthusiasm advices to secretarial department. Thanks to Mr. Jitendra Kumar and Amit Mukherjee for their enhanced corporate members. My first question, sir, in overseas business concern, very low than domestic business, only 70% achieved. Mentioned 7.5% increase year on year and increased 4.5% over the 5 years. It mentioned, but my company had 60 plus countries mentioned in the global business with 7 global brands. Foreign exchange earned rupees 645 crore against 988 crore used. My view is that company management team should draw attention most business, primarily the demands in the global by the innovative strategies, by digital innovative models with 3 abroad subsidiaries to explore demands in global. Foreign exchange earning is greater against dollar because rupee is very weak against dollar. That's my view. And also submarine business versus business from domestic business. This is my second view. Regarding charging station of EV is very uprising, where Tata Steel also made a at Jamshedpur. Any future plan to up with potential domestic set up charging stations, mostly in metro and three cities. This is my second view. West Bank is allotting leasehold land from WBDIC or so any plan to set up capacity extension in West Bengal, if possible, through some highlights and strategies to enhance market share in domestic or international lithium-ion batteries. Our investment is 192 crores mentioned, and if uprising. And sir, if possible, to unlock the valid life insurance for the members. And any problem my company is facing in insurance business, where union government had budget cleared 49 to 75% increase in FDI in insurance. And union budget session financial year 22 government very Atmanirbhar package to industries, and always have monetization in airports, rails, and other industries. So my view is how my company is taking this opportunities for three roadmap, if possible, through some highlights. And sir, also that investment in mutual fund in mentioned. Sir, my views that last year I also said that fund investment is also prediction because that is related to market. So maybe this fund to be utilized some innovative and that is research for enhance the market share either in domestic, either in global. This is my company who is innovation in storage batteries and that is energies, which is very essential and monopoly business. And to make the initial, my previous speaker also, the Amara battery is the very enhanced market share. So my company management to think about the and international market share. Also, the present active distributors and other sales platform possible through some highlight, which is the potential distributors in metro, rural, and urban. If possible, through some highlights. And sir, now also finally, also I think my company also ongoing on all AI-based cost optimization model, AI-based logistic optimization, AI-based social distancing, and AI-based raw material cost optimization, and maintaining base ecosystem in official activities, which is the most important for data protection and management services, and also money back guarantee. Many company are strategies and innovation sustain working capital efficiency and strategy and a strong cash flow and double digit. Many companies are taking this strategy in the industry sectors. I like to share this. And finally, cost of raw materials pricing, any impact of our portion if process. Before I conclude, expect financial year 22 enhance financial our chairman, due respected director, and also enhance his claims and rewarding policy to members also with good dividend. Thank you, sir.
So, thank you all my speaker shareholders. With this, we conclude the question session from all the shareholders. Now I hand it back to our chairman, sir. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, dear shareholders, for asking meaningful and pertinent questions. I now request Mr. Subir Chakravarti, MD and CEO of the company, to address the queries. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Dear members, thank you very much. I shall now attempt to answer the questions. Generally speaking, excellent set of wide-ranging questions covering overall performance during the previous year, vaccination status, future outlook on domestic and international business, company's product and technology, emerging business opportunities, CSR, capital expenditure, health and safety. I shall bundle the common questions and attempt to answer those in a consolidated manner. The first set of questions. There are many questions asking us to comment on the company's future plans, on its products and technology, roadmap for next 2 to 3 years, including the JV company, ELEPL with the brand name NextCharge. Your company is having an aggressive plan to capitalize on all opportunities in the lead acid space. To this end, it is actively developing niche technologies like EFB, Ultra, Bipolar, etc., which will enhance the longevity of lead acid technology in the face of emerging challenges. We have sufficient capacity to cater to the present level of demand and have planned for increases, keeping in mind for the next 2 to 3 years. Debt-free company with healthy cash reserves and do not see any difficulty in financing of capex as and when required. Additionally, your company has already taken the first step in setting up a state-of-the-art robotized module and plant for lithium-ion cells at Prantij, Gujarat. Your company is also seriously exploring the option of getting into lithium-ion cell manufacture project and is evaluating the possibility of participating in the PLI program of Government of India. Industry 4.0 has been implemented at our Hosur plant, and we plan to take this model to other plants in a phased manner. The next set of questions asked by many speaker shareholders like Mr. Bimal Sarkar, Dr. Arun Bopanna, Mr. Ashish Kumar Pathak and others, asking us to comment on the company's plan to come up with bonus issue, rights issue and buyback of shares. We have also been asked to comment why we are not paying higher dividend in spite of earning good profits. Answer, there is no immediate plan of issue of bonus, rights share or buyback of shares as of now. The Board of Directors on a continuous basis reviews all internal and external factors for declaring such bonus or rights shares and will take informed decision at an appropriate time. As far as declaration of dividend is concerned, the board considers declaration of dividend based on several factors like performance of the company, its capex requirement, liquidity position, etc. Your company has a rich history of paying dividend to its shareholders on a consistent basis and has done so for every single year since its inception. The management of your company on a continuous basis keeps on exploring all possible business opportunities with the objective to maximize long-term value of the shareholders. In line with this objective, your company needs to invest significant amounts for technology development, upgradation, as well as for capacity. Investment in automation is also of prime importance to improve efficiency and reduction in costs. Management needs to reserve funds for future growth of the company, which will ultimately improve shareholder. Hence, dividend payment was rationalized in financial year 2021. Dividend payout for the year is about 22% of distributable profits. The next set of questions are pandemic related. We are asked to reply on what percentage of our employees are vaccinated so far, also what technological and IT infrastructure facilities are provided to them to work in a more collaborative manner while working remotely. Health and safety of all its stakeholders, including employees, dealers, suppliers, remain topmost priority of your company. As of now, around 93% of our employees have been vaccinated with the first dose through both public and private medical facilities, and the cost has been fully borne by the company. As regards work from home, we are strictly following the respective state-level guidelines on the matter and are adhering to the same. Laptops have been provided to the concerned employees along with reimbursement of internet costs to enable them to work from home in a manner. Your company made a provision for COVID hospitalization insurance with a coverage of rupees 2 lakhs for all its authorized dealers and distributors. We also created COVID-19 helpline in selected geographies to help our dealers get their queries answered by a panel of doctors. The fourth question, Mr. Saraf wanted to know what steps are being taken to increase the percentage of female employees to improve the diversity ratio. Mr. Saraf, Exide is an equal opportunity employer and does not discriminate on grounds of sex, caste, creed, or race. Our present diversity ratio is 4.3% and we would like this ratio to rise in the coming years. The next question, addressing the questions on companies' outlook on opportunities available in electric vehicle segment and related infrastructure. At the outset, I would like to state that we have presently no plans to enter the field of charging infrastructure at this point in time. So far as expanding our business into lithium-ion cell manufacturing is concerned, as I said earlier, your company is seriously exploring the option of getting into lithium-ion cell manufacture project and is evaluating the possibility of participating in the PLI program of Government of India. The sixth question, there was a query on company's capex program for next 3 years and a comment on the digital initiative. The management of your company has invested rupees 1,512 crores in last 3 years and rupees 349 crores during last financial year. In view of prevailing uncertain scenario resulting from the pandemic, the management is yet to finalize the capex plan for coming years. The management is continuously exploring business opportunities and shall finalize the investment plan once the situation improves. However, investment in existing projects which commenced in earlier years is continuing. Management is fully focused on digital initiatives of the company and created a separate digital office under Chief Digital Officer to accelerate digitization activities in line with market trends. The seventh set of questions. There were several queries pertaining to company's capex plan and outlook on R&D expenditure. I would like to state that your company has spent more than rupees 2,700 crores towards capital expenditure over last 5 years. The management is fully committed to invest in capital expenditure for capacity expansion as well as technology upgradation as and when required out of internal generation. With the objective to expanding our capabilities, we have strengthened our operations with complete digital transformation across verticals, processes, and operations. As part of this initiative, we have digitized our entire secondary sales operations, bringing our channel partners to a single platform for order placement, incentive schemes, invoicing, and secondary sales. We now end digitization of our after-sales service by automating allocation of technicians and geotagging for prompt customer service. On our R&D spend outlook, please note that during financial year 2021, company had spent rupees 20 crores, including approximately rupees 2 crores as capital expenditure on account of R&D activities. Company has additionally spent another rupees 38 crores as royalty and technical fees on account of tie-up with various technology partners, aggregating to a total R&D spend of rupees 58 crores. In other words, management will not compromise in investment / expenditure on R&D required for future growth of company's business. The management is fully focused on technology development / upgradation in collaboration with existing partners as well as new partners if required for further enhancement of company's business. The eighth set of questions, few shareholders wanted to know what steps have been taken to encourage renewable sources of energy such as solar power. In order to drive our energy efficiency initiatives and minimize the effects of climate change, your company has invested substantial amounts for generating solar power, both rooftop and off-site, for our factories located at different states. This has increased the use of our green energy consumption from 2.2% to 15% during the previous year and should result in substantial savings in power costs. The ninth set of questions. Mr. Pathak raised a question on our subsidiary Exide Life Insurance Company Limited, praising the performance of last year. Answer, Exide first invested in life insurance company in the year 2005 and subsequently increased the shareholding to 100% in 2013. Exide Life Insurance has managed its operations well in the last few years and having comfortable solvency margin as well as profit. Economic value of the company has grown year by year, thereby generating higher potential value for the shareholders. The focus of your company has always been to maximize value for its shareholders. The 10th set of questions. The next set of questions pertain to SBU industrial division of your company, mentioning that Government of India is now focusing and planning to spend on development of infrastructure like railways, hydrogen generation projects, health infra, solar energy infra, etc. How is our company geared to tap the opportunities available in these sectors? What is the future business opportunity with respect to 315 kilowatt hour lead acid technology based battery electric storage system in partnership with CESC? Our industrial division is poised for good growth in the years ahead as Government of India steps up its spending on infrastructure. Almost all segments in the industrial SBU are growing rapidly and are expected to keep the momentum in the times ahead. Government of India has set up an ambitious target through National Infrastructure Plan for growth in various infrastructure sectors. Fortunately, your company has got one of the widest diversified product portfolios and should be in a position to participate in each such investment. Solar batteries constitutes a major segment in industrial SBU. We are also making solar inverters at our plant in Haridwar. The CSC project for battery energy storage system is a test case which, subject to satisfactory operation and trial for some period, can be replicated widely. It will result in major cost savings for utility companies and consumers, obviating the need for building humongous infrastructure of transformers and other electrical equipment to serve the same purpose of peak load shaving and frequency regulation. Next question was, how does new net metering policy create uncertainties over the roof solar market? Answer, net metering would certainly be beneficial for the consumers and for the growth of the market. However, this still does not have universal sanction from regulatory authorities across all usage cases. Mr. Taposh Datto asked, why don't we increase our focus on exports and tap overseas market? Our exports have picked up pace and we expect that its contribution to the overall revenue shall increase in the coming years. Major markets have been opened up in Southeast Asia, Europe, Middle East and North America, and we have to wait for the end of the pandemic to realize the full potential of our efforts. Dr. Arun Bopanna asked, ironically, 80% of world trade now flows through countries with declining political stability. Are we ensuring enough for volatilities, rebalancing value supply chains? Answer, we have taken measures to de-risk our value chain by scouting for alternate vendors from different parts of the globe. Someone asked, why don't we develop OEM model of business in countries where we have substantial brand presence? Answer, we cater to a major OEM in Germany for traction batteries, which meet global standards. We are open to opportunities in both replacement and OEM and shall take advantage of the same depending on the potential. Next question. Question was raised on us to comment on exports in the US market in the present scenario. The exports to US market is doing well and feedback from US market has been very good so far and we have not received any complaints. Next question pertains to the probable impact in our production cost as a result of sudden price hikes in raw materials. Raw material prices certainly have an impact on product cost. Towards second half of financial year 2021, commodity prices as well as fuel prices started increasing at an alarming level. We had to neutralize these impacts through prudent cost management and price adjustments from time to time. Your management has continuously been monitoring the situation and working on improving price realization from the market as well as enhancing cost efficiency within the company profit margins. There were few questions pertaining to the financial statement disclosed in our annual report. It has been asked that in page 183 of the annual report, an amount of rupees 882.54 crores is shown as invested in mutual fund, which is subject to market risk. Is this amount the fair value of our investment and what is the basis of investment? For investment in mutual funds, your management always follows conservative principles and has invested in debt-based funds and hence disclosed at fair value only. Balance in cash and cash equivalent represents collection towards end of the year. As a principle, management always intends to minimize the balance in cash and cash equivalent since the amount remains as idle fund not generating any income. Next question pertaining to the balance sheet is that why there is a high trade payable of rupees 1,641.61 crores as against rupees 1,030.32 crores in previous year. Also, what is the overall position with respect to the dues of MSME sector, which is under severe stress? Answer, trade payable at the end of the year represents amount payable to vendors arising out of procurement of mainly raw materials within the agreed credit period. In view of the growing market demand towards the end of the financial year 2021, production was resulting in higher procurement of materials. Hence, the trade payable has increased substantially. However, there was no overdue outstanding to any vendor, including MSME vendors, other than a few disputed cases. We are asked to comment on the higher inventory level in financial year 2021 as compared to previous year. Answer: inventory level as at 31/3/2021 was rupees 2,346 crores against rupees 2,192 crores at the previous year end. This was a strategic increase to improve availability during upcoming robust demand season. Production during previous year end was severely affected due to nationwide lockdown consequent to pandemic. Mr. Amit Banerjee asked us to comment when we will be a debt-free company. Answer: your company's balance sheet is debt-free for more than last 10 years. Someone asked why the financial ratios of the company are showing downward trend. Performance during the financial year 2021 was severely affected due to the pandemic, particularly during the first 2 months consequent to nationwide lockdown. The performance for the financial year 2021 represents business activities for 10 months for all practical purposes. This affected the financial ratio severely, and the reverse trend is expected only when the situation normalizes. Next question, commenting on page 156, we are asked to comment on the disputes over sales tax, service tax, central excise and customs duties which are shown under contingencies. Answer: it is the company's policy to disclose in the accounts only those demands from authorities which have been adjudicated by one or more of the appellate authorities as due and payable. However, based on our own internal assessments and opinion received from tax consultants, your company is likely to succeed in these matters before the higher appellate authorities. Till the adjudication process is complete, the company does not make any provision in the accounts, but only discloses under contingencies such claims which are disputed by the manager. Someone has asked us to comment on the reduction in the valuation of investment in Haldia Integrated Development Agencies from rupees 2.15 crores to rupees 1.85 crores as disclosed in page 181. Answer: investment in Haldia Integrated Development Agencies is a regulatory requirement because of Exide's plant at Haldia. Valuation of this investment in Haldia Integrated Development Agencies is done by an independent valuer, and based on the same, the amount has been disclosed in the balance sheet. Next question, we are asked to comment on the purpose of investment in Suryadev Alloy of rupees 1.76 crores and whether Exide intends to take over this company. Answer: company has been buying solar power from Suryadev Alloy for its Hosur plant. There is no intention to take over this company. Next question, reason of disposal of freehold land of rupees 0.04 crores and building rupees 1.08 crores as mentioned in page 17. Answer: unused land in the state of Gujarat was disposed of during the year. Some attachments to the buildings of a few plants were dismantled / disposed of during the year to facilitate further expansion of production space at the respective plants. Question was asked that whether recently launched scheme battery at doorstep, which is like Duare Sarkar, is also profitable. Answer: Service 2.0 also involves sales of batteries through this channel, which helps us to recover some costs as well as increase our volumes and market share. Next question is whether we have any partnership with any major automotive OEM for new launches. In the home inverter segment, the power availability in the country is improving, so what is the future of this industry in the next 4 to 5 years? Answer: at any point in time, we have a number of ongoing projects with various OEMs for new models. We expect the home inverter market to intensify, with work from home continuing to be the norm for both students as well as the working population. We are also witnessing a demand shift to B and C class towns as well as to the rural hinterland where villages are getting electrified. Next question, lead is one of the main ingredients of battery, but it is highly injurious for human health. What precautions company is taking to safeguard the factory workers? Answer: we follow all stipulations of the Pollution Control Board and adopt stringent measures wherever health and safety of our employees are concerned. Questions have been asked where to comment why there is no disclosure on matters pertaining to employee stock option scheme, change in promoter shareholding, C. Shareholding of top 10 shareholders other than promoters, directors and holders of GDRs and ADRs. Answer: Your company does not have any ESOP scheme. So far as disclosure in shareholding of promoters and top 10 shareholders is concerned, in line with the recent changes in Companies Act 2013, the requirement of attaching annual return of the company covering details of change in promoter holdings, etc. has been dispensed with. It is now available on the website of the company. Next question, why the stock market price data shown without volume with a suggestion to consider including the same in future? Answer, thanks. We have taken your suggestion and will factor it in future. Someone has asked us to comment the penalty amount imposed by government regulators like BSE, NSE, RBI, etc. on the company. Answer, your company follows all the rules and regulations prescribed by regulatory authorities in letter and spirit. No penalty was imposed by regulators like BSE, NSE, SEBI, MCA, etc. during the year under review. There was a question on CSR spend mentioning that during the year the company collaborated with various government agencies and NGOs to strengthen the nation's fight against COVID-19. We are asked to name these government agencies and NGOs. Owing to the COVID-19 pandemic, your company shifted the focus of its CSR initiatives during last year to various health-related projects for supporting COVID-19 relief services and spent 77% of its total CSR budget for these medical projects. You may refer to page number 134 to 135 for checking the names of agencies and NGOs with whom we collaborated for various COVID-19 related projects. Someone commented that 6 out of 7 factories won prestigious TPM award during financial year 21 as mentioned in page 81. It was asked that which factory was unable to secure the TPM award. Answer, all our factories strive to achieve the same level of excellence. However, all of them do not always participate in the same competitions. During the year, except Shamnagar factory, our other 6 factories have won the prestigious TPM awards from Japan Institute of Planning Management, JIPM. Next question. Question was asked to comment on the effect of supply chain disruption for raw material and finished goods. Answer, supply chain disruption always has disastrous effects for an ongoing concern. We try our best to connect vendors stroke plans so that the disruption is minimal in nature. During lockdown periods consequent to the pandemic, movement of raw materials as well as finished goods was severely affected. However, effective supply chain management in your company could overcome the challenges and ensure near normal goods movement for the company once the restrictions were lifted. Next question by Mr. Vigyan Srimal. I did not find the independent directors meeting details in the annual report. Answer, independent directors meeting was held on 29 January 2021. The details are available on page 117 of annual report. I think all the questions were answered by us. With that, I hand over the proceedings back to the chairman. Thank you.
Sorry, Mr. Shah, we are not able to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Subir. Dear members, the e-voting platform provided by NSDL would remain open for the next 15 minutes and thereafter the proceedings of the meetings will come to an end. The Board of Directors has appointed Mr. A.K. Lab, Practicing Company Secretary, as the scrutinizer to supervise the e-voting process. Further, I hereby authorize Mr. Jitendra Kumar, Company Secretary, or in his absence, Mr. A.K. Mukherjee, Director Finance and CFO, to declare the consolidated voting results and place it on the website of the company at the earliest. The resolutions as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of the requisite number of votes. I thank my colleagues of the board and the employees of our company for responding positively to an unprecedented challenging environment. I thank our shareholders for the confidence and faith reposed by them in the board and the management team. I would also like to express my gratitude to our customers, suppliers, vendors, bankers and other stakeholders for their continued support and reposing trust in us. Thank you all for attending this meeting and I hereby declare the proceedings as closed. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Dear members, as instructed by the scrutinizers, we request all the members participating in the AGM and who have not yet cast their vote to do so in the remaining period of 10 minutes. Thank you.